Hello, everybody. I am back. Yeah, that is a classic moment there where blew those guys. I was using my HTC Vive VR headset while sitting down. Everybody, I cannot. I have vertigo. I will fall over. So you can't actually adjust your headset so it's at eye level as if you're standing up, but while you're sitting down. So I am live now. By the way, hello everybody in the chat. Let's get into it. Right here, you can see we got our train fired up. Perfect timing. Train coming in. I'm going to fire up tons of oil here. Let's watch it do its magic. Let's see if I've got these all set to unlock. Yeah, there we go, or unload. Well, I imagine it's probably full by now, but let's go see. That is a lot of oil right there. Not full. Not full. If you see them all dropping in there, that means that it's not full at all. Ah, okay. Still filling up. Now what I'm doing, as you can see here, is I'm pumping all the oil up to the top one so it'll use naturally downward gravity. Oh, now they're definitely filling up. And then those I'm going to go ahead and run down below here and then run along here to go to the other side. Which you can see I'm running over this way like this. Now I have a little hover pack, you can see it right down here below, that I can use to kind of hover around whenever I'm close to power. It'll tap into that power and let us do it. Now what we were doing is we were working on our giant oil power. We're going to use all of this, or most of it into oil power and then some of it into our plastics and stuff like that. And we're trying to clean up this spaghetti mess we got here. We're working on that. But what we're doing is we're working on our ratios where we left off. So we want to go ahead and take a look at our fuel. So our fuel right now is coming in at 60 and going out at 40. So we need to kind of, if you want to do it by the numbers, it's very important to write all this stuff down. So you have a general idea of what's going on. So you have 60 in. This is refinery. I'm just going to make some notes off to the side here. So I don't have to keep looking at it over and over. 60, because I don't remember all these numbers by heart, everybody. That's too much for me to remember. And then fuel, and then 30, and then the byproduct of it is also 30 resin, which you can work back into your system if you want. Me, I just run it in the Awesome Sink. That's what's going on over here. All the excess is being run into the Awesome Sink. Now, another thing that we need to do when we do refine all of the fuel is we need to create ourselves a nice big area like we did over here to hold all that fuel as well, because we're going to backlog some of the fuel like we're backlogging the oil right now, and then we're going to go ahead and run that over here. Now I actually upgraded this now, so it is like 1200 oil, I believe, is coming through, or maybe more. Let's see, this is 600. Yeah, 600, so it'll be 1200 oil, because I've overclocked it to give me massive tons of oil. So now I can upgrade my particular base. Now over here, once it does the fuel is going to run over here into this side. So how much fuel is this using? This is using 12 fuel per minute. Now you need to make sure that you tie this in via a power pole into your system. Otherwise, it's not going to tell you correctly what its actual burn rate is. But right now we know the burn rate of the fuel generator, oil fuel gen, equals burn rate of 12 to the third power right there. Per minute. So it's going to burn 12 of those per minute. And right now we're producing 40, so we have plenty, right? We have plenty. So how much fuel can we produce from 1200? Right? That's where you want to start. Start with your basic. How much, if you're extracting 1200 oil, but you can only run it at 600 anyway, so it'd be two separate groups, for sure. But if you go in and say, okay, it's 60 per minute times 100, or times 10 really, would be 600, right? So I can do 10 of these per line at 600 input, right? And we'll ask Suri just to make sure. Hey Suri, what's 1200 divided by 60?
100 divided by 60 is about 1.6666.
There she goes with that 666 stuff again. Hey Suri. Hey Suri. What's 1,200 divided by 60?
1,200 divided by 60 is 20.
Is 20, she says. Well, that's because that's double 600, right? So it's 20. So 10 per grouping of 600, right? Because your pipes can only go to 600. So you got to regroup it. You got to put it in 2 separate groups, or you cannot run the line. So per line, I can do 10 of these, and that would be 20 overall. Now, the second line, I'm also going to use it for plastic and stuff like that. But our primary line, we're going to end up with 10 of these babies running across here. Now, before we do that, though, we want to figure out our fuel storage. So if we're doing 10 of these, our fuel is going to be 400 fuel. And really, we don't have to worry about too much fuel storage. But if we want to backlog a bunch, we could go ahead and backlog like this. So let's go ahead and think about, okay, where do we want to store that extra fuel, right? Between our refineries and whatnot over here. Now, how many refineries are we going to make out of that? And that's 10. 10 refineries. 10 times the refineries, or the output of it would be 10 times 40, which would be 400 fuel, right? 400 fuel, and 10 times the resin would be 300 resin. And the 300 resin, we could just go ahead and do it. So that's really scaling that up, everybody. That's a lot. That's a lot of fuel. And again, now, what we really need to figure out also is if it's 12 fuel, right? So now you got your first number. You got your first number, 600 is going to be our input, right? 600 oil input, which means 10 of these. Then you make 10 of those. That's going to be 400 fuel output, and it's using 12 per minute. So we need to go ahead and divide by 12, basically. Hey, Suri, what's 400 divided by 12?
400 divided by 12 is about 33.3333.
33 of those. And that's half of what we're doing. That's half of what we're doing, everybody. So 10 of these, 33 of those. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot going on. So let's go ahead and start that. Now, again, we want to go ahead and just probably take all this out right now. Now that we have the numbers, right? We got a general idea of what we're... Oh, God, we're overburdened. Let's get down here at ground level. Let's do it. Boom. Get out of that. Run over here with my coffee cup. Take a little sip. Sippy sip sip. They are called Coffee Stain Studios, so what do you expect? All right, we're going to put all that stuff away. Building up in my inventory. Let's go ahead and get these boxes. Man, I hate these boxes. I hate these boxes. Do not drop these ugly boxes on my beautiful base. All right, take that out. And let's go ahead and take all this out. Now, this is just temporary to get the numbers down. And once we have that, now we want to make it look nice, right? We want to give it a nice feel to it. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm in the mega building stage, where you go ahead and you make everything run underneath, and you're optimizing everything. But one of the things you should always optimize first, I find, is your power. Because once you have your power squared away, then all the other stuff's easy. You just kind of build it out. You make so many of this and so much of that, and you find out the ratios and all that. But if you don't have enough power to run that factory, then forget about it. You're screwed. You're screwed. You're totally screwed. All right, so let's go ahead and start with 10 of them right over here. So we need to first go to production. We're going to look at our refineries, if I can find it. There it is. And we're going to say we need 10 of these. Now, when we say 10 of those, it's going to tell us over here on the right how many we need in the to-do list right there. We need some encased industrial beams. Get back to my coffee cup. Let's see. Here. We need some encased industrial beams. We need about 100 of those and a bunch of plates. Now, over here in this, well, somewhat getting cleaned up spaghetti mess over here that we use to get to the highest tier in the game. Now, there is one more goal for us to do, and that's kind of like the ultimate goal, be the employee of the universe over here by finishing up our space elevator stuff. And again, this is all just temporary to get us through the different tiers until we got to this tier, and then we're being serious about making it look nice and all that stuff. Employee of the planet. There we go. Employee of the planet. So we still need to do this. We still need to do all the photon stuff and all of that. We do have some nuclear power running way off over in the distance over there. We had our drones going and all of that stuff. But we decided to say, you know what? Hold on. Let's take a break from all of that. And let's get our stuff cleaned up. Because, having this stuff running around everywhere, just willy-nilly everywhere. And again, I do it in the beginning mostly to trigger my chat and people who are new to my stream in Satisfactory. They're like, oh my God, Kismet, what are you doing? I have played the game for years, everybody. I do know that it does trigger people. In fact, I can only stand it myself for so long. I can only stand it to be that way for so long, and then it must be fixed. It's got to be taken out. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to work a bit on taking all this kind of random run lines here out of here and really make this nice. Come on, let's do it. Let's get it going on. I'm using the control key, by the way, to grab a bunch of this. Now, one of the biggest dangers is that you grab something way off in the distance and you won't realize it till later, and your whole entire factory is like dependent on that one thing that you took out. Maybe it's like a conveyor belt or something, and then the whole factory is now screwed. And then you won't notice it for a while, and then you go, oh God, why don't I have any of these resources? That's because you accidentally took something out way over there. Oh, look at this. Look at this, everybody. Now we're cleaning it up. Looking nice. Looking sharp there. Let's get all this out of here and all this other willy-nilly stuff that we used as an example of what not to do, everybody. Don't do that. Don't do what I was doing there. Do what I'm about to do. And get it. Now, early game, it's okay to make a bunch of spaghetti because you're going to come back later when you have the actual tools to make it work better. And that's why I don't worry about it early on, because I know I'm going to come back and I'm going to take all this out and redo it all and rerun it and make it nice, because I'm going to have the faster belts. I'm going to have the better tools. I'm going to have some unlocks that unlock items that I need. Instead of using conveyor poles, I can use the walls and all that kind of stuff and really get it nice and self-contained in there as well. And there we go. And we've been reworking this as we've been going along and whatnot, but look at that. Much better. I like it much better. All right, there we go. Get that one out of there. Couple floating things there. Let's get those out of there. All right, back to task, everybody. Now that we clean that up, we don't got spaghetti over our head the whole time. Let's get over here and get some more plates. Like this. Now, what I do is I typically will sort it. I'll look and see where my plates are. And something, if it's low, like this one here is 95, I'll put that in there. Look at that. It's filling right back up again. It's filling right back up again because now my whole plate factory is now kicked back on again. And should be feeding into there. Let's go see. I have that one offset a little bit forward. Go check our plate production. I think I actually have my plate production off because we were working on power. So let's track down that plate production. Going this way. Over here. Yeah, down here. See, we've got these turned off right now while we're working on our power. But we made so much coal power that we literally made 10,000 coal power. I'm not kidding. 160 coal plants running way off in the distance right now, supplying this power. Now, they added one thing that my main feature that I suggested, and I would be waiting on forever, is this right here, the power switch, the plates and rods right here. So let's go ahead and go right here. Let's turn that back on. And boom, off it goes. All right, and we got plenty of power. We've got 12,000 power right now. What we're doing is our max cons, if we turn everything on, is going to be about 9,000. But right now we're using about 3,000, so that's good. And now our rods and everything are going to start back up again. Let's go back over here. Let's see if this is back on. I think I turned this back on. Maybe I just never turned it up. I can't remember. Mod frames are on, and they're running. And let's also go check on the most important thing, everybody. And that is your stuff. Oh, God, brain. Come on. This stuff that we got in here. Come on, brain. Let me help out. Concrete. There we go. Sucks. It sucks having sleep apnea, everybody. All right, let's get our sheets back on. And there we go. Sheets back on. I will eventually, by the way, take all of these and run them to the center of my thing so I can turn them off from my actual main base. So I don't have to run down here to the factory and turn them on and off based on it. Now, eventually, I won't have to turn them off at all. They'll be all running. Now, same thing over here. Whenever I see red lights, that's telling me, hey, something's up with that. Look at this. We've got a whole bunch of production here. Look at this. Kind of looks like a heart, doesn't it? Making a whole bunch of all of this. Now, again, I usually keep the power switch in the front somewhere, but what did I consider this the front? Probably back over here where the extractors are. Over here where the extractors are firing it up. Down here. All right, where is my power switch? Did I put it down here? I don't care if I take damage. If I die, I can just run back in. Okay, where is my master switch? Normally, I make a master switch to everything I do so I can turn it on and off. Somebody calling me. I'm streaming. Don't bother me. I'll call you back. There's that master switch right there in the front. Copper. All right, here we go. Copper back on now. There we go. That power back up and running. Over here, let's go check on this. All of our copper production over here. And again, I scaled this up massively, as you can see. Look at all the converters there, and the same thing over here. Wait till we get over here. These are our plates. So let's get over here and get this power up and running. Now this is multiple tiers, everybody. So you have your lower tiers. Look how many smelters are going there, right? A couple smelters going on there. And again, there's always some sort of master switch somewhere. I should really have centralized the switch in the same place. Usually you want to put them by your extractors. It's usually where I put my master switch. But it kind of sounds like, or kind of looks like I've been putting it up on the second level. So let's go look up on the second level. And there it is, right there. Okay, so I've been kind of centralizing on the second level. I forgot. I don't know. It's been a while. All right, so here we go. Our reinforced iron plates back on. All right, and we're getting all of our stuff fired back up again. We'll let that run. And also, we have enough power now for all of our hypertubes and our transport and all of that. So we can get up there. There we go. I love the hypertube. Why am I going so slow? There we go. I was going real slow there for a second. It kind of builds up. And you can see that I'm running a whole bunch of other resources here that I will actually start to underrun all of that. What you can see is now running over to here and actually stopping here. Some of these resources are going around and being used in my production. But it's nice to be able to turn all the production back on again now that we've got our oil power going. And then soon we're going to have lots and lots of power so we can scale up all of our other stuff, like our manufacturing, our steel production, all of that stuff. We'll get going, including the manufacturing of what I've got going here. You can see I've got tons of stuff flowing in here. It's not as hard as it looks, everybody. After a while, you kind of get the gist of it, right? You need circuit boards and cables, and you make those, and you get them to go in there. Now, this one's making computers, and we want to scale that up. And then this one here is making heavy modular frames. We definitely want to scale that one up because we use a lot of heavy modular frames. And so we're going to build a whole factory around that. But we need to get all of the elements before that done first. We've got plenty of conveyors now, plenty of screws, I think. Let's go ahead and see what we got in here. Oh, we got to get that all tied in. More screws we're going to need over here. Cable, we got that going. Plastic, we need to get that going again, and then also our circuit boards and everything, we'll get all that going. But first things first, everybody, work on your power. Work on your power over here, so that's what we're going to do now that we got that squared away. What else did we forget? I think I forgot to get the other thing. Encased industrial beams, that was the other one. And again, all of this will be removed and redone as I progress through the game. I just, sometimes what I'll do is I'll build it nicely, and then sometimes I will do Spaghetti City, which you saw I do there, and then come back and show you how to fix it up and make it way nicer. And I feel like that's a better style of playthrough, especially in the beginning, when you're just kind of learning how to play the game. Let's see, what do we got here? Where's my encased industrial beams? Right here. Oh, we are out of encased industrial beams. Oh, boy. All right, now we got to get cracking on those. I'm sure I have some laying around somewhere, everybody, where I've been using them somewhere. I don't even know where I was running those and whatnot at this point because the whole factory needs to be revamped in that way. But we'll get to those in a bit, or maybe we should just do an offline production. We'll do a quick little offline production. That's what we'll do. Let's take all this stuff out. I think it's time to clean all this up now. Get rid of all this stuff. I hate it when I hit the foundations, so then I gotta put them back in again. Look at this mess. Take all that out. Look at all those going there, and we got stuff going here, and stuff going there. I mean, it gets to a point where you just have all this overlapping stuff that just running random lines all over the place with no organization at all. I mean, there's just a little bit of organization because you're like, okay, I'm running this from here to there, and I'm running to my box first so I can backlog there and then do the thing. But after a while, it becomes overwhelming. It becomes overwhelming, especially, you know, you take a break for a few days, and you come back and you're like, oh, God, I don't remember what the heck I was doing and where my stuff was running and all of that. Let's good to come in here and just kind of clean this stuff up. Oh, there we go. We got some stuff in there too. I knew there was somewhere. Take that out of there, and that just gave me a bunch of our items we're looking for here, which is our encased industrial beams. And there we go. We have enough to get that started. All right, now we'll come back to cleaning all this up later as we kind of go through the factory and revamp the way that we're doing everything. Let's go ahead and get our power online. Again, my biggest goal is to do oil, which is fairly easy, and then and then also work on our refining. Now, I'm going to end up with 33 of these power plants, right? 33 of these suckers, and that's just one half. So I need to think about how the heck am I going to fit that onto my base, right? That's a lot. That's a lot of power plants, everybody. That's a lot of power plants to do. Now, I can just keep, look how much free space I have, though. Look at this. You can just keep building on until the horizon if you want to. But I first need to get my fuel squared away, and I need to decide what I want to do with my fuel. I also need to think about if I'm driving through here with my vehicle, like my little vehicle or my all-terrain vehicles. You want to make sure to have a road that you can get by. I would probably build the road that is in tandem with my base. If we look over here and see these yellow, especially 3 across, that is my primary road. That's my primary road that I'm going to run through there. And you can see I've done stuff that I normally don't do. I usually put nothing on those roads. And then purple here is my central base, and I just chose these colors randomly. And then blue is my storage. And so if I'm underneath, I can actually see where that is and then know not to take that out while I'm working underneath the stuff as well. But typically that's what that is. And I'll get every single resource over here, so I can literally come back here and grab whatever I need and then go build whatever I want. And it keeps it nice and organized for me. And it's an awesome way of sorting your stuff. But right now, we need to figure out how we're going to run this and where is our primary road. So our primary road is going right through here. And again, I'm not going to move my hub. I'm going to have my hub be the standard for everything else. And so let's say these two right here. We probably want to build a 3-wide road there eventually off of there. So let's say 3 wide in this direction. So let's say these 3 right here. This will be our outer right one. Right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 3 out to give myself a bit of reminder, or I could color it in either way. And I'm going to double check it. This should be the left side. And that one should be the right side. So that's going to remind me that my road is going to run right through the middle there, right? So I obviously don't want to put a bunch of refiners right there because it's going to screw up my my road. So I want to think that through first before I get started building 50,000 tons of things. Now here's what I also want to do is I want to figure out how I'm going to put these down. Can I put them down on this side, or should I just move them over here and run them under the road and then just do them on this side, right? So I could just do, say, something like this, like that. And then I could have it come up right there. And then just kind of eliminate this over here. And take this out. And again, we're just figuring out logistics of the long-term play. And I always leave room for roads. Absolutely every time. Because you will need roads. You'll need room for trains. You'll need room for all that. And that's why I put the train off to the side now. Because it's going to feed that oil there and store it and then feed it under over to here. Now, the other problem you need to watch out for is that you actually have somewhere to jump down to. Now, me, I've got a little floaty thing. So I can just, you know, risk death by floating down under here. And bringing this underrun right to me. And I love the building in this game. It's just so good. It's so perfecto. Let's go ahead and bring this up. And then what we'll do is we'll L-shape this. What we've already got. And we've already got, you can see we've got some computers running under here. We've got some other stuff. We'll revamp all that later. But now we need to go, okay, we need to split this in half. We need to split this in half. One half is going to be on this side, which will be these 10, and then the other half will be working on plastic and rubber. Now, rubber, you make a crazy ton of that. Plastic, though, you're going to need a lot of that toward the end of the game. So here we are. So this one right here coming out, let's just assume this is coming out at 300. Now, actually in Update 5, which is the next one they're going to come out with, you'll be able to see the inputs and outputs of your vehicles. Now, I don't know if that's going to be for trains as well. They kind of vaguely say it might be trains, but definitely for vehicles, and you know how many it's picking up per minute and so on. That's very, very helpful for someone who's like, right now, I don't know how much oil it's bringing in per minute. I have no idea. But I can roughly guess, right? And I can create 2 trains, keep that going, so it's instantly collecting all of the oil at the same time. But I typically like to backlog it first, as you can see, and these are going to be 2 separate groups. The first group here will be the first 600, and the second group will be the next 600. And hopefully that'll even out and work out in the end. So I need to jump down here, and I need to go ahead and combine this line together. So we want to bring this down into here. And you see we've even gone so far as to put sports down here too. Look at us go. Look at us doing our thing. So I want to go ahead and bring this down and combine it into this line. One of the things I would suggest to do is first do this. Take this one out. And then have all of your lines kind of meet up. It depends on how you want it to look, right? This is less on is it going to work and more on how do I want it to look, right? Not as in I'm a moron, but as in more as though I want to know to make it work, right? And how we do it? Oh, battle! Battle time! All right, let's do a battle. Let's go. Oh, I didn't hear that battle. It's weird. To battle! I got all involved there. My bad. All right, let's do it. Fast run. My group. How we doing? How many units we got now? Oh, 40 units. Now you guys are blowing it up. All right, let's go. Come on. We're going to do battles all day long. We're guys going to get you as much loot as possible. Now, I see some of you putting only 2 units down now. Come on now. We got to put down more units than just 2. We're going to win all the epic loots. The more units you put down, the more loot I can give you guys. Right? It's based on how many units are placed. It's how many units you guys get in the long, or how much loot you get in the long run. So you're only shortchanging yourself when you don't put down all 6 units. And it doesn't matter, even if they're just like normal units too, even if they're just like archers or whatever, definitely want to put those down. All right, and there's another win. Open the cap chest, give you guys some love. Let's see, Subi, JC Hunter walking away with it, but Grabby coming in MVP with 11 kills. Nice job. Let's go ahead and get another battle going. I kind of feel low side on this one. Let's go. There's a piano in there. We're going to fight a piano? All right, whatever. Now, I don't trust these most of the time because this one looks pretty iffy here. So I'm going to call in. Let's go ahead and start right here. Oh, yeah, start down here and maybe try to push our way into this one because this one looks the most populated. And then we can push out and try to get the rest of those. It's kind of weird because it's like in the office building that you're trying to fight in the office building. And you're fighting the mobs inside there and you have to break down the door and all of that. I know one of their more unusual events. I don't know. Hopefully it grows on me. We'll see. All right, I'm going to go to my pipe set here, and I have this thing called the wall hole. And we're going to go ahead and try to line the wall hole up to there. Something like that. And then up here, same thing. We'll just kind of eyeball it. And bring it down like so. Now this one's coming out and turning back in that direction. But what I really want to do is something like this. Now what that did was it connected those both sides, and I want to then kind of merge this one in there. Now that might be way too close, but we're going to give it a shot. Normally I move it further away, because this way you can put this little one in here. Yeah, too close. Pipe is too short. I thought so. Alright. No worries, we can get this done. Now if you want to make a perfect 90-degree pipe, the trick is it's all by 2s. That's right, it's done by 2s. Whoa, look out. Oh god, I almost fell. Almost fell to my doom. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring this pipe out. And let's just say right here. Rotate it and then 1, 2. So offset it by 2. And there we go. And then the same thing on the other side. we try to decide where we're going. We're going along this line here. On there, then we're turning it. Then 1, 2. Right there, and then we just go ahead and connect those across. And now we got enough space. Get in here and try to line that up. Now, one of the things also has to do with power. You can see that my floaty thing sometimes doesn't work, and that's because you got to have power connection close by for it to work. I usually prefer to be right above it so you can see it lining up. This thing's a little touchy sometimes. Let's say something like that. Close enough. And then run the pipe. And this one's already connected. And so on these ones, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to straight bring this down and do this. Now, you can actually control the way the pipe looks. Like this one, you can see kind of comes down and goes at an angle. If you want it to look really nice, what you want to do is go ahead and hit R for your build mode. And then when you put it down here, you can hit different build modes. And then you have a nice vertical mode. Now, if I go in the other direction with the vertical mode, it'll actually make it where it's closer to the pipe, like that, which I prefer. Right, real close to the pipe, comes down, and then it elbows like that. So you go in the opposite direction. Now, the great thing about fluids is they're both mergers and splitters, so you don't need a separate thing for splitting, a separate thing for merging. If you go that way, it's still going to flow this way. You get the general idea. Now, because I have these up above, it's going to naturally start to fill all these pipes with this because we have that all set up to do that. We have it where it's up above. Now, these two are going to go like that. I kind of feel like this one's going to go this way and go there, so this one needs to come out and then merge down here. Now, everything doesn't have to be exactly symmetrical, everybody. If that's your jam, more power to you. But I find non-symmetry more interesting than a constant symmetry of everything. Well, that's me. That's what I like. You know, it's your base. You do whatever you want. it's your factory. You do what you want. Now, at the very end here of this particular grouping, again, we're grouping 3 of them together, which we're going to say is 600. And we need to have a pump right here at the end. And usually it's remember, it's pushing the stuff, not pulling it. You can also put a vertical pump, by the way, so it's pushing it down like this, right off this here. There we go. And now we're going to need some power for that. Wait for our save there. There we go. Now we're going to need some power over here. Now, running your power is another thing that you know, you really want to make it look nice after you get to this stage. So I have some power there. How do I want to do this? Probably just off of one of these. Now, I have the higher end power poles that you unlock as you go. Level 2 power poles there. And then we'll go ahead and take this. You know what? We'll just run this over toward this way. Oh, it's that one over there. Okay, so let's go to one of these that's more kind of a bit closer. Let's say this one. And let's upgrade this one. I'll leave that other one upgraded. It's okay. 4, then this, and we can see we got a straight line here. And let's see if we can do something like that. No, clips. No clipping. I don't like stuff to clip. So let's say something like that. And then down here. And now we got this pushing that down, and then actually pushing the oil down the line. So there we go. Very nice. Now we have all of this oil, 600 plus oil, by the way. It's going to max out at 600 because that's the fastest the pipe can go. And now we have that fixed. Now let's go ahead and land down here and work on our foundations, our underrunning. Now, I love this game, everybody. This is the type of thing I can do for endless hours. I absolutely love figuring out the logistics of it and running it just the way that I want to go. It's very, very fun. Yeah, we're giving away a Donut Buster Stream Raider skin right now, so feel free to go ahead and try to snatch it up. What's up, Blast Blast? Thanks for coming in. There you go. JC Hunter hooking you guys up in the chat. Yeah, he's letting you know about that giveaway. All right, let's go. Let's get over here and see. I opened this up so I'll know where I'm headed to. And so I'm headed about right here. Now, I'm only going to be inputting the oil. There's nothing else for me to input on this particular one. So I want to kind of line it up, get a general idea of where I want it to be. right there. Then I can just go ahead and actually connect this side like that. I like it when it's closer to the machine as opposed to being further away. If I went the other way, it would come out first up at the top and then go down. And the reason why I like that is I can put walkways up here to cover up this kind of edge so I don't fall down in here. You know, and when I get inspected by Inspector 12, there is no really Inspector 12, but you get the idea that you can that you don't get fined for having a bad factory. There you go. Okay, we'll go ahead and do this. That's the little RP I add to it, everybody. You don't want the inspector to come in and fine you. All right, there we go. Put that like that, and we're going to turn that way, and we're just going to keep running this nice and straight. Put that there. Line that up like that. That lined up. I'll find out in a second. That looks pretty lined up to me. All right, and then we'll divert this one there, and we'll grab all this oil over there into there. So now what we did is we did what's called an underrun. So we've underrun all of that. We want to watch this kind of open up all the way. We want to see it widen all the way out. How do you know it's all the way out? Well, it's going to get very close to these outer rings here. And that's how you know that it's automatically at its maximum capacity, which should be 600 right now. Yep, 600 max flow rate. Looking good. So that's now filled up all the pipe. The pump has pushed it over here. And now it's feeding into our very first fluid creator, or fluid thing, fluid machine. Fuel making refinery. There we go. Brain. Now we need 10 of these. So let's go. 1, 2. Take all these extra power lines out for now. There's 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be in the way. We'll have to rework all that power later on. That's 4. 5, 6. Always something in my way, everybody. Every time. Always something in the way. Now, here's the thing about this train right here, is this is a different train. This train is bringing in a bunch of different resources. And if I take this out, believe me, it's going to drop a bunch of resources. But let's just do it. Because we can always come back, fix that up later. Bam. There we go. And we'll grab all those resources over there, deal with those later. Right now, we want to go ahead and grab what we can out of here. Ah, God, totally filled up. Because we're going to need to make a bunch of fuel out of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make all the fuel here. I'm going to storage all the fuel here. And then I'm going to make all the fuel plants way out there. And that's why you saw me divert the train tracks over here. This way it opens up all of this area for me to just literally build off until the horizon as many power plants as I feel like building as well. And as many refiners as I feel like building as well. And so we'll go ahead and get an idea of what we're going to run here. We're going to run some of these into the Awesome Sink, which is going to run in that direction. And then some of these we're going to run all of the fuel. Now to do that, what I suggest you do is you start with some lifters. Right, start with some lifters like this. And all of your stuff. And that's going to be for the excess resin. Right there. And that just, now you've got a bit of a, you know what your offset is there. And then also you're going to bring your piping out. And you want to go ahead and try to miss that, because you don't want to clip through that stuff. And then turn it. And then move it forward by 2. And then pretty much you've got a nice run line there. And then we'll run this all the way across here. We're kind of just one step out from that line. And we'll just get a general idea. All right, look out. Kevin Love Train getting fired out. Wombat for hire coming up. 11 months of crushing it. Thank you so much for that thing. The sheer magnitude of this game always has me amazed. The base cleanup is looking great. Well, thank you, Wombat. Now, imagine when they come out with servers, everybody, imagine all of us playing at the same time, doing this kind of stuff, right? Instead of just me in here reworking it, someone should say, hey, Kismet, I'm going to go work on the coal, which actually Reaper did. Reaper originally worked on the coal over there, did an amazing job on it, as well as other people came in and were, hey, Kismet, I can help out. Now, you can come and join me if you want. Now, just don't do the exact same thing that I'm doing because I'm explaining a bit about it as I go. I feel like that's sometimes people get in, they got like a chip on their shoulder. They got, oh, I got to prove that I'm better than Kismet and that I know how to play this game and I'm the best at it and all of that. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody, everybody. You don't have to come in and prove me. I just assume that you're better at it. Let's just skip that for that other part where you have to spend time trying to prove how awesome that you are. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. You answer to no one. Just so you know. Because I have that quite often. I have people come in and they're like, well, let me show you up. Let me do the thing. That's a self-esteem problem, everybody. If you don't know that, if other people are tearing you down, that's their problem, not your problem. That's their self-esteem problem. If they're a bully or they're being mean or whatnot, there's something in their life that's motivating to do that, right? Either the way they grew up or whatever it is. There's something that's making them so low on their self-esteem level that they got to be mean to other people to make themselves feel better about themselves. So remember, it's not about you. That's a them problem, not a you problem. As you will find in life. Now, this is a whole chest full of stuff here that I literally just have to throw away. I can't take it because it doesn't let me take the actual... I've never seen it do this before where it actually drops fluid like this. Normally, this just goes away. But let's just go ahead and... Because you can't pick it up. I can't transfer it into my inventory. All I can literally do is just throw it away. So this really shouldn't happen. It should just auto throw it away, because if the only thing you can do is throw it away, then it should just auto throw it away. But let's get her done here. This is time consuming. One at a time, everybody. Poof. All right. Got rid of that chest. That chest is out of there. Okay. Now, this is not as many as I need. I need more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is number 6. I'm going to hit F and then middle mouse button. This is going to be number 7. Make sure you got these turned. Oh, I put all my stuff away. Hold on. I got to get my stuff back. There we go. Sort this a little bit. Take a lot of this out. You hold down Control and click. It takes that whole certain type of drop out of there. I don't need that much plastic for right now. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this will be number 7. Now assume that it's going the wrong direction. Right? That your inputs and outputs are incorrect. Because it doesn't pick up the orientation of what you're doing. So if I go over here, I should be able to see that these are all inputs. How do I know these are inputs? Because of the 3 little lines. Those 3 little lines next to each other mean input. Now if I go look on the other side over here, on this side, we should see the little green arrow, which means the output. Right? Very easy to understand. So always be watching for those when you are putting your stuff down. Especially when you stop in the middle and then you pick up where you left off. That'll definitely mess you up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is going to be number 8, 9, and 10. All right, looking good. So we got a bunch of inputs that we need to do and a bunch of outputs. We're going to work on all of that here in a moment. Over here again with the lifters. Now lifters are usually the last thing I put in. Wrong way. Now it's doing it properly. Normally, it remembers the last thing you did when it comes to the lifters, the orientation of the top part. All right, do not do this, everybody. Do not do what I did right there, where that thing ends up right there. You don't want to do that, because it's going to block your ability to split that and merge that in. So we want to go ahead and redo this. Just go ahead and drag it down until it maxes out. When you see it start to separate like that, it's been maxed out. And then what I do is I usually put it behind a lifter. So again, it's not blocking that. And then the same thing all the way here to the end. And we could probably just do something more like this. Have this come out, rotate it, move it by 2 this way, back a little bit, and then we can just connect that into that last one. All right. Now that's going to be coming out of there, into there. Look at all these pipes everywhere. Pipes everywhere. All right, now we need to actually grab some of our power from over here so we can do our little floaty thing. Do we run the power underneath? I don't think we've run the power underneath. Put some power over here. But we really need to run this power underneath the thing here. And where can we start? Let's just start right here. Long way down, everybody. Long way down. That's a cursed splat if I've ever seen it. Let's go ahead and move this over here so we're nice and safe. What I'm going to do is use this one temporarily and bring this power underneath. Now, if you haven't seen this, they actually added the ability to add the attachment to the thing. Oh, so good. It's so good. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, and we want to go ahead and get our power to our thing here. So you can do a little trick right here, everybody, where you just take one out on the corner. You got to build it first before you do this. And then what we can do is we can use this spot right here to run this power right to here, so it works with our thing here. Let's say right there. And then we want to connect it up this way. So instead of it going across here with this big long line, it's going to go underneath, and you won't even see the power runs either. Right? So we're putting our power runs underneath here. And then we're going to run that. We're going to try anyway. Oh, we already did. There we go. We're going to run that straight up, and now that's a nice clean line coming down below. And I can also, cover this up with some items and just say that we drill through it and whatnot. You can go through and use your walkways, which is pretty great. Like, you just put a walkway in there. It's going to let me. That's weird. It's offset. There we go. Okay, that it needs the other ones. It needs these ones. Yeah, so now you just kind of cover that back up with a walkway. And if you're really good, you could get that to go through that hole. That's a little trickier. How can you do that? Let's just do it just for fun, right? Let's see if we can fine tune it. We want to be that exacting in game that we want that line to not clip through there. So we just take this out like this. And the trick is you grab it from up here. You grab it from the train station. You bring it down. And then you just offset it until it looks like it fits in there just nicely. Like that. But then look, once it went in, the actual line slacked a little bit. And it messed it up, right? So, okay, now we know that the line just a little bit is going to kind of slack in that direction. So watch this. When I let go, it slacked a little bit, or it had a little bit of an offset. Once we did that, that's just from playing a lot. You'll get that down. Now, the problem also is it also moved forward a little bit, right? So this stuff takes a while, everybody. Get this just right. Now, another way we can do it instead of doing it like that is we can say, you know what? Hold on. We'll go from backwards here, but we're going to do it this way, where we put it right here, and we'll move it over just a little bit, and we'll see now if that is close enough. Nope, not close enough, right? And you'll have to spend a lot of time micromanaging and trying to fix all this stuff up. But it's fun to try to get that just right? Just perfect in there. All right, see how it offsets like that? That drives me crazy because it's not telling you exactly where the line's going to go. It's telling you just roughly where it's going to go. It's not very exacting. So let's move this back just a little bit and try that. That's still not going to be it. Maybe just a little bit like that. So you can either go here or here. Now there is a snap to guidelines, so you can hold down the left control, and then it'll snap to the guidelines. But you can also just try to fine tune it manually. How can we do this? I'm gonna say it's gonna move outwards no matter what. Now there is also a double right here, a double switch, but it doesn't work vertically, which is a bummer. I would love it if it did it vertically and it figured out the thickness of it and it passed it through vertically. I always want more, everybody. More, more, more. Oh, wrong thing. Photo mode. So I always want more in everything that I do, but, you know, we do the best we can do. Now, there's also an MK2 outlet here as well that we can try. Let's try that. Again, the best way is to be able to do it this way, right? Like this, where you attach it to the wall instead of attaching it at the bottom. But in this case, it's being a little feisty. Let's go like this. Yeah, it's just gonna go through there no matter what we do at this point. So here's what I do. Good enough, right? That's what you say. You say good enough, and then you stop fooling with it for an hour. You stop fooling with it for an hour. You let it run through there a little bit. It'll be fine. You drilled a hole through there. You got to go in. But again, if you want to spend the time. Now, what I could also do is move this back a little bit or move it forward a little bit and go through and really fine-tune that however I want. Now, another thing I could do is I could try to get it over here in this corner and then have it come up on the corner and adjust the angle and all of that. But I like it to be as close to this as possible. So we could try, what about back here, right? So now we're going to take out 2 plates. We're going to pick this up. We're going to go here. Let's take this last one out here. And then we're going to move it over this way. So again, I'm just showing you some variations that you can do. Very, very fun kind of thing. Try to figure this out, right? And let's say something like that. Oh, so close. So close, but not quite perfect. But looks much better. It's centered at least. So there you go. So again, you can fine-tune that however you want. Put in your plates to keep you from falling down there. Look at that, nice and straight from the front there. I like that a lot. I think we're going with that. Now again, also what it does is when I run the power underneath, it allows me to fly around based on that power switch as well, right? It'll basically tie into that power switch. Now underneath here, it's currently not tied into that power because I took it out while I was kind of revamping that. So now what we want to do is take this out here and just try to align it better just to give it a nice look right to here. And then we'll tie it up into here. And we're going to run all of our power underneath eventually. Here it start up. Yeah. Started right up. Our train is off and running. I heard our train start up. And there goes our train. Off in the distance right there. Oh, right there it goes. Now all of our train is working and we've got our power underneath. The only power line you see is that one power line coming out of there. Now we need power for over here as well. I love doing vertical power. Power that you attach over the top. Now, what you can do is you can enclose all this stuff so you don't have to see it all the time, right? Instead of just having it big and open, which I like. But you can also enclose it into kind of like a little mini factory, like the fuel factory, right? And so that's what I kind of want to do here. I want to create a little bit of a fuel factory. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something I rarely do, and that's use our cool glass walls and stuff. They got a bunch of new stuff coming for your glass walls. Let's go ahead and take a look at a pane window. Maybe something like that. Let's see how we like that. I like to use glass so I can see what the heck's going on in there without actually having to go in there. Something like that. I mean, you can build some really fancy stuff in this game, buddy. And you're going to add even more fancy stuff coming down the road. Now, I'm not going to go in and build out the whole entire thing for right now, but you get the general idea. We want to just kind of block it off. We know these 3 middle areas here is going to be our main road. And we'll just leave this area open over here for whatever else we want to do over there later on. We want to make sure that our road is covered as well. And now we also want to run our power from down below. Now we have a natural area that's open right here, but this is actually not where the power switch is. If I click on this, you can see that the power pole is not coming from here, right? The power pole, you'll see, it will show you where that power pole is. Oh God, here we go. Got no power to get over the top of this thing. Oh God, oh God. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go this way. Just like that. Okay, and we're gonna bring the power over. And we're gonna use a nice central line here. Right above here. Very nice. All the way to there. And now I've got my power for my little hovercraft. Again, so let's go look at a nice way to bring that power up from down below, but to attach right here in the front. So I need to go straight down underneath here into this lower area like that, so I can get a nice front power line to just slide right in there, right? That would be nice. So let's go ahead and bring this forward, and we'll work on that. Now again, I'm doing a lot of detail work here that you don't normally have to do. If you're just building a quick factory, you don't have to do all this detail work. But I like to. I like to, at this stage, really make it look nice. So right here, come straight down. And I'll probably do something like this, right? Just kind of put it against the foundation. And then we'll come down and go forward. Or if you have enough space. And I don't think I've ever tried it with I just had a thought. What if I use the walkways underneath here? And can I attach it to the side of the walkway? Good, I like to try new stuff. Let's go. Can we attach it there? No, it does not treat that as an attachment. Try something like that, but it's clipping through the front of it. I could move this back just a little bit before I get too involved in this. I could definitely move that back a little, just to kind of make our power look nicer. Again, having it clip through there, probably not my favorite thing. So let's go ahead, readjust this, just so we can make our power look nicer in the long run. You'll see a lot of builders do this kind of stuff, where they're concerned about how their power runs and how the power looks and all of that stuff. Really, this doesn't have any effect on the actual game, just on your personal happiness of how awesome your factory looks. And that looks pretty awesome. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. We're going to go with that. And I could actually just do this, by the way. You can just do that if you want. I don't like doing that. I like to, go in and make it look nice and actually put some walkways in there and just kind of, mix it up a little bit. Now, it would be nice if that perfectly lined up to the hole, and when you put it on the side there, it would be flat enough to where it came down. But that's good enough. And there we go. So now we got it offset here. This is offset back this way. And again, we're just going to go ahead and utilize what we've already got. I'm going to run this in a nice vertical fashion, like that. It does look like this is, I offset it a little bit to the left, so it'd be more centered. So we might want to fix that down there too, just so it doesn't, so we have a nice 90-degree going on. And so we'll grab this, move it over just a little bit, try to align it. This, run that into there, this up to there. There we go, that's much better aligned, looks much better. Runs into there. All cosmetic stuff, everybody. Again, when you're in the mega building stage like I am, this is all just cosmetic stuff to make it look nice. We'll have this come out, go into there. Now the offset's going to be different, so now we need to fix this offset. We'll get to that battle here in just a moment. And we'll come out. We'll go 1, 2. There we go. Bring that across. Yeah, looking great. Looking great. All that looking good. Now, what do you think that just did to the rest of my whole entire thing? That's right. All of these now got to come back out again and be redone. Don't be afraid of tearing your whole entire... I do it all the time, everybody. Don't be afraid of tearing it all down. If it ain't the way you want it to be, don't suffer with it being the way you don't want it to be. Don't suffer with stuff you don't want. Just take it out and redo it. No problemo. You got this. You got this going on. Now, one of the problems with what I'm doing, though, is that the offset, now that I've centered this on this one is not going to center. This one's going to be offset a little bit to the left, and I'm not going to worry about it too much, but what it will do is still allow me to go ahead and bring this down and have that nice and connected underneath there. I probably want to put it down just a little bit lower now that I think about it. Probably not that low, maybe a little bit in the center. And then what this is going to do is make this super nice, because this is going to help me with my power, because I can then just cut this across this way. And then as I bring my power forward this way, like this, I can then just tie it in however I want, like this. And then that's going to now run all underneath here, all the way down. Like that. See? So again, we solved multiple problems at the same time. Sometimes you got to build it and take it out and build it and take it out. Well, let's make our power real nice on this one. Get it all lined up. And again, that's in the center of that. Again, once you know that that's going to kind of move out, you're not so worried about it. Still too low. You're not so worried about it clipping through there as much. Once you know it's going to move its way out. There we go, and then goes that way. And there's 100 different ways of doing the same thing, everybody, but you get the general idea. Let's go ahead and speed up a little bit. I hope you don't mind me speeding up. And then we're going to do this battle. And if I do the power as I go, this looks like it's a little crooked there too. We got to fix that. If I do the power as I go, it makes it a bit easier because then I can still float as I'm going along and use my little hover thing. Helps a lot. All right, let's do a battle. To battle! All right, we're back to firing up these battles. How are we looking now? Oh, now we're looking good. 63 units. You know what? Just for going the extra mile on that one. Usually I give it at 100, but I'm going to give you 1,000 Kids Cats for really stepping it up on that one, everybody. That's the way to do it. Come on. Let's step it up. Let's give you guys some loot. We're going to do battle mode all day long. We're going to do tons of battles. That means I'm going to keep the battles going every 30 minutes. Now, battle mode is when you don't see or hear me, but I will keep the battles going while I'm working on stuff behind the scenes or resting or taking care of family or IRL. And I'll come back every 30 minutes and do battles. It's a bonus stream that I do. It doesn't replace any other of my content I would normally not be streaming. So I do that for all my Stream Raiders peeps. I know you guys are trying to get some loot in this event. I want you to get hooked up with the loots. So we're going to go ahead and just battle like crazy all day long. So settle in. Settle in big time. There you go, Paul. Keep me on track there. I appreciate you, Paul. I thought when I got connectors for buildings, it would just energize the whole thing so I could hook up things. I know, right? Like Fallout, right? Like in the Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, when you put a thing there, it actually adds wireless power. Wireless power would be awesome. That would be amazing in thing. Now, I'm sure somebody's thought of it, and there's a mod for it somewhere. There's a lot of great mods for Satisfactory, but I haven't used any of them yet. I don't use mods yet until I feel like after I've played out the entire game, then I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna try some other stuff. I'm gonna try some mods, but I always play the vanilla version. So anybody watching what I'm doing can easily do exactly what I'm doing as well. And I don't use alternate recipes as well because people might not have the alternate recipes. So I just show you how to do it without alternate recipes. And then we come back after we've done doing all the stuff. Then we can start fooling around with some alternate recipes as well. All right, open the captain's chest. Let's give you guys some love right here. Sick Willie, JC Hunter, and Paul walking away with some loot. Subi coming in MVP with the 19 kills. Awesome. Let's keep it going. Oh, tier 8 done. We're just getting started and we're already crushing it. Getting those all going, and it's boss time. Now, you definitely want to get a bunch of units in on this one, because the more units put in, the more loot you're going to get. Oh, yeah, right over here again. I feel like this corner is our jam. Even though there's more peeps over here, I feel like right here, we push in, we do the same thing we just did, and we wipe them all out. Let's go. Again, just try to get to 100 units this time, everybody. Let's try to blow it up. Let's go ahead and go back here for just a second. I think I have some finished quests here. Let's go ahead and collect that. Ooh, some giveaway tickets. Oh, look at me getting some anniversary winner. Win 2 battles, and I get some win 2 battles, and I get some giveaway tickets. Hey, if I won stuff, I'd probably just give it all to you guys anyway, what I normally do. Unless it was super cool and I actually needed it. But most of the time, if I win anything, like if I won... random stuff. Like sometimes, I get sponsors like Mountain Dew will send me a case of Mountain Dew. I just give it to you guys. And Bethesda Gear send me a lot of cool stuff, and I make videos for that and give that stuff out to you guys. So you can enjoy it. I don't have like a background like a lot of people do, or they have like the background. You see all their like toys and collectibles and stuff like that. Some people build a whole thing like that. I feel like I want you to see more of the game and less of, my office. That's just me, everybody. That's just my style. I would prefer you guys actually seeing what I'm doing in game instead of making the box even bigger. I try to always think about where I'm at in every game that I do overlays and where all my overlays are and all of that stuff. I always am very aware of that. All right. There's a bug in here. Saw it fly in my face. How do these bugs get in here? There is no doors open and no windows open. All right, let's get back to it. I'm ready for them, everybody. And you're like, Kismet, you gonna play some tennis? No, this is an electrified racket, everybody. It's the greatest thing for bugs. When they come buzzing me in here, because I have a bunch of lights on in here, and I have 6 monitors going at the same time, and so they're massively attracted to my setup like the sun. And so when they come in here and they get in my face, I give them a little zapparoonie, and that's it for them. So I suggest them not to come back, or I will have to eliminate them. I must terminate anyone who gets in my face. All right, let's go ahead and keep going with our power. Man, it looks like that's the center, but it's not, man. Maybe it's just my eyeballs today. Let's get it going here. All right, ease up on the coffee, bro. Maybe that's your problem. Maybe it's a coffee problem with my character. Too much coffee. Link that there. Link that there. This is going to be ready to rock when we get this all done. Boy, are we going to be producing a crazy ton of fuel. I'm not even counting. I'm assuming that that's going to go all the way to the end there. Let's recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and number 10. I was right. Going to go all the way to the end here. Put number 10 in here. And let's get all of our power in. Now, sometimes I do the power first. And that's because I love my little hover thing I got going on here. And you can see I've got some underruns under there. I'm not going to actually put this stuff under the ground. I'm actually going to have this come out into a tank. And that tank is going to be part of the thing here. Maybe multiple tanks. It's going to be 400. A tank holds 2,400. Maybe just a single stacked tank line. Maybe I'll put the tank on the outside. And then run it underneath. We'll see. We'll try to get all this going. You know what? Why don't I run it all underneath and then run it into a tank underneath where the tank actually sticks up from underneath. Maybe right here. Probably want to leave a row there. Maybe like right here. Now again, this is, you know, this doesn't affect its functionality. It just affects the way that it looks, right? That's all that you're doing here when you're doing this kind of stuff. It's just the way it's going to work in your mind, how good it's going to look at the end. Again, that's what we're really worried about now. Less than the actual making it work is the how does it look once it's done. And there we go. Okay, we got all of those in. We got all of our power nice and squared away. Now we can go ahead and pull in these. We're going to be doing a bunch of up here, so I'm just going to use these ones. Can't wait to get all the new pieces. This going on. And it's going to be clipping through some of this, but you know, that's all the best I can do here. Or the best I'm willing to do. You can actually go in and offset these perfectly in the center of each one of those things, every other one, which will extend the distance of how long this is, right? It would extend it way longer, just so I can have those power lines perfectly lined up in the center. No. Nope, not worth the time. I don't think. I like to have them nice and close together so I can run all the piping and all of that without running it too far. Oh, that was a bit of an overlap on that last one. There we go. All right. And then back here on the other side. Run out of rods at some point. Alright, that's looking sexy. I love the kind of gives you a little different look too between this and this. Could have made that glass floor if I wanted to. Put some glass floor in there. Maybe I want to do that. Hold on. Now, take a little moment here, everybody. Let's take this out. Maybe we want this to be a glass floor, right? A little foundation made out of glass. Oh, wait, we don't have a foundation that's made out of glass. We can do a frame foundation. Gotta get this in here. Like that, right? We can do that. But there's no thing unless you use this right here. which is a real cool glass thing like that, right? So now you can actually see that it goes through the glass into the part right there. I don't know about you, but I think that's way cooler, everybody. Let's put that in instead. Like, Kismet, you just took all that time to put it in there. I do stuff on purpose to just take it right back out again. Just to show you examples of things that I am working on here at the stream. Do it all the time. Or sometimes I change my mind, right? It's like, you know what? I would rather have it made out of glass, because that's going to be cool, man. That's going to be coolio. Just to run that nice glass under there, and we can see all of our power runs, and we can see our under runs in there. Like this. We're going to do something really cool with this glass here in a minute as well. Show you another cool idea that I had. See, I think about this stuff when I'm not even on stream, everybody. That's when you know a game has got you, right? A game has totally got you when you're off stream thinking, man, I could do this, and I could do that, and I could do the other thing. Let's see if this is going to work. Again, we'll take this out here. I just want to see if this will work or not. All right, now I got a wall hole. Now, what I really want is I want a vertical wall hole, right, that I could put in the ground. Like this. So instead of pipe wall hole this way, I would want it where I could just put it on the ground and then run the pipe forward and then down into the ground. That would be awesome. But it doesn't think that's a wall hole there. It doesn't think that's a place where I can do that. I can try to hit Control, Option, Shift, all of that stuff. Not going to let me put that in there. But we could just, you know, RP in that we actually cut a hole in there and yada, yada, yada. You get the idea. So I can put that. Oh, we got this. And then we can put this, say, like that. And then we go ahead and put in our foundation. And then we just try to put it in like that. See, but now it won't let me do it because the thing is like that, right? Encroaching another's clearance. What if we take this out? We go ahead and put the glass foundation in first. And we take this out. Again, I love to try all these mechanics, right? Then you go ahead and take this and you run it down. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're like, oh, Kismet, that works. Yep, that's why you try stuff like that. It's called build order, right? In what order are you building your stuff? So that it can work. So here we go ahead and do this. Again, we're going to try to move that forward just a little bit. Oh, lag. We're saving lag. Do I like it there? I think I like it forward just by one. And it's a bit more vertical like that. And maybe do it the opposite direction so that it's closer to the machine. What do you guys think of that? Put a 1 in chat if you guys dig that. If you just learned something in my stream, that it's all about that build order. Now, again, we can just RP that we cut the glass and we ran through there and we did all of that, making that now look amazing. So you want to put the glass in first and then the tricky part, getting this in there. Let's go ahead and pull all this out so that we can get this in here how we want. We probably want to bring this forward a little bit. Get down in here. Like that, and fill in the rest of these. Get that going. You guys like that? Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. It's something I thought about the other day when I was playing last time, and I thought, man, that is a cool idea. Let's take our support out of there now. We can always come back, put the sports in later. Something I thought about, I was like, man, I wonder if you could just run that, depending on which way you run it, can you just run it through the glass? Make it look like you cut out the glass and you ran it through the bottom like that, see? And then it runs down here in the lower level. And I might even cut that even closer in this direction, right? So now I know exactly where it's at. It's right about here. So I can then take this out, use our logistics here, and use our pipeline support. Maybe back this up, say right there. And then, again, you can't get it from here because you can't select the pipe from under here because the glass is in your way. But if you go up here, click it here first, then come down here and click it there, and look at that, we made it just a little bit closer like that. And that's looking pretty sweet. And then we'll combine all these lines together and we'll run it to a storage unit over there. Now, that tells us we need to get busy, right? We need to get busy on what we're doing, but now we've got this lined up over here so we know where that is. We just kind of line ourselves up visually this way. And we got a general idea where we're going to run all those pipes. Like this. Like that. Let's see if they're lined up. Oh yeah, looking good, looking good. One, Saltbot! I know, Saltbot crazy, isn't he? He is crazy, that Saltbot. He's so crazy. Crazy, crazy. Sucking up our loot. Who's sucking up your loot? Let me give you some super loot right here. Come on, let's super loot in those stream avatar. Let's get you guys some gold. Right there. Bam, super loot. Here it comes, everybody. There you go, exclamation jump in the chat. Pick up that loot. Grab it, quick. Grab that loot. Again, I will get around eventually to tying those to giveaways. I will do it. Eventually. Or I will never get it done. One or the other. One of those two things, one of those two scenarios will happen. I will either get it done or it will never get done ever. Just keep that in mind. Pipe is invalid shape. Okay, just a little bit there. Oh, a little too close? What the heck? There we go. All right. That one was a little tricky. All right. I think we're getting it going. It's kind of hard to see from up here whether we're lining all these up well. But it does give us a little warning that there's an invalid shape there, which does help us. Oh, we're going to have a little problem here. We're going to have to reroute this stuff. Alright, that stuff looks pretty lined up there. We'll work on that later. Let's take this out temporarily. And we want to go ahead and bring this... look at way off in the distance. Fill all this in. And then... like this. I feel like that one might be back too far. No, perfect. Oh, no, these ones are back too far. See how they're kind of pushed back a little bit there? You make a mistake, you make a mistake. Don't kick yourself. Just redo it. You'll be fine. Should align the ends of pipes better. Alright, that's better. That's better. I can tell by the verticalness, the way the actual pipe is running, that it wasn't right. So, try this again. Looking better. Yes, I will be this picky. I will be this picky and try to make sure I've got it all lined up. Alright, so that's going to align. For that. How many forward is this? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 forward. All right. If we go over here, that are 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That thing's in the way, so it's kind of hard for me to use that as a reference. So, again, back here, 1, 2, 3, one. Okay, we got that going. Now, wouldn't it be awesome if we could also use our lifters in such a way, right? Where we could go in, tell our lifters, clip through that, and run that down there. Well, guess what? No luck on that, bro. It just does it on pipes. But on this, we could remove that and do it. But I'm actually going to do this up above on this part. And run the pipes down and the other stuff up above here. Yeah, this really takes a while to embellish this stuff, but I love doing it. It's really, really fun embellishing your base, adding all sorts of fanciness to it. And these are BR factories for producing all of our stuff here, and then running it to an awesome sink. I think we'll include the awesome sink as part of the factory here at the end. So we'll go ahead and get our awesome sink here, and we're going to turn it this way, and we're going to put it right here so it actually looks like it's included. It's going to be a little tough to get the walls in here. I can see that already, because that's going to be blocking those walls. What are we doing down here? This is running those computers. Let's just actually take this out, cover that back up. We'll go ahead and bring these walls out. We'll just give it a little bit of extra room on the outside edge. There we go. Again, that'll be our fuel factory. Now, the top part here, that all needs to end up here at the end. So this needs to end up into there. Now, one of the first things we want to do is establish a line that we can connect everything to, our mergers. Now, our mergers are going to be added in, I say, ahead of time. This is definitely a good idea, because you want to merge all this stuff together at the end. And here's how I do it. I usually put it up against there. The first one I move away from. See, you can see all the white lines that are helping me line it up. But the first one I don't count, and then I move it 1 and 2 away, and that usually is dead on perfect, like that. Now, if you want to see it actually going into the conveyor from this, then I suggest you move it 1 more away. But I think we're good with that. We're going to go ahead and run this like this. We're going to give it lots of extra space here to run. But if we do want to watch it, let's just go ahead and move it out 1 more. And so we're going to put 1 over here. We're going to move it out 1 more. Then we're going to take this one out. We're going to go ahead and put that one on the other side, and it will align to this one nicely. And then we also want to align it to that. So let's say right there. We use that as a reference. There we go. Save. Lag messed me up. And then out here, and we want to go this way. See, the green arrow is pointing toward this end piece here. So this eventually is going to end up in that very end spot like that. So this will come up, connect into here, and then run there. And now once we have 1 done, guess what? We got them really all of them done, because now we can just align them super easy. Don't worry about the first 2, just the top one. And then same thing here. Now we got this aligned. And now it's kind of remembering the direction that we want to go. And again, I offset it enough where I have this little, like, this part here is going to connect into there and whatnot. It really doesn't matter. If you want it to be super close, it's your base. You do whatever you want. I mean, I don't like it to be right up in there. Another thing is that I can run under it. If I leave that little bit of space, I can also have my character run underneath there. Another big tip is when you're doing this, do all of the same thing at the same time. If you're doing lifters, do all lifters. You're doing mergers, do all mergers, because it will align it better. And you'll probably make less mistakes. Okay, and again, let's go ahead and now connect all of these together. Getting there little by little, everybody. Our biggest goal today is to get our fuel up and running here. We get our fuel going, then we can always add our other factories in. Oh, someone's knocking on my door, everybody. Hold on, I'll be right back. I think it's my kids. My bad. I forgot to open the door for them. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, everybody. Sorry, I forgot to, I got to fix it right now before I forget. My kids were on spring break or on winter break or fall break or whatever kind of break it was. And I turned my alarm off, which tells me every day to open the door up. Because it kept telling me every day, even though they were on vacation, it would go off. So I turned my alarm off to open the door for them. And this I forgot. That's why I got to have that alarm so I remember. Because I'm a bit older, everybody. And I got the sleep apnea, which makes my brain not so good. Alright, like this. And like that. Alright. Now we need some power on this one at the end, too. Where's that power pole for this one? On this side. More power. Man, I gotta move all these run lines. All these run lines are gonna need some work. Alright, let's get this power under here, though. There we go. And then this power is connecting across there, so we could cross-connect this one. Now we got our awesome sink. Alright. Oh, God. I'm stuck under the ice! I can't get out! Up we go. Great thing about this game is when you do take stuff out, you get it going. So you can see I've got that floating up there. We can see down below. We can see up above. Looks super cool. I dig it now. But I would like it a bit better if there was actually a piece that you could attach to there and do that. There's also wall holes as well that you can use. Like you got pipe holes here. And then our walls over here. There's actually conveyor wall holes. It'd be great if they had floor ones. So if you would think more vertically as well, that would help a lot to have those. Where's our actual wall hole? I haven't unlocked that yet? Oh, maybe we haven't unlocked that yet. I thought there was a wall hole. Let's go look. Yeah, pipeline there. And cool organization stuff there, which we've unlocked. I don't ever unlock that. No, I guess there isn't a wall hole. It's just a pipe hole. Pipe hole, right? Is there a wall hole? Maybe I'm just remembering incorrectly. I don't see one in there. Boom. But I do love the pipe holes like that, but it'd be great if they could go on the ground so that you could work vertically versus horizontally. When you're doing forward like that, it's just horizontal building. Where you want it to be vertical like that, and that looks awesome with that pumping down there. Alright, now these need to be told what they are doing. So they are making fuel. So we'll go ahead and just start the fuel process going. Now one of the cool things you can do is do this, and you can say copy. Which also is Control C, and then you click on the next one, Control V, bam. Next one, Control V. You get the general idea. And we can just go ahead and paste all that in there. And all that oil should be backlogged enough that all of the... Oh, hold on. What happened there? Something got messed up. Something got messed up. Control C, copy. There we go. I pressed the wrong buttons at some point there, and that screwed that all up. Alright, now we should see the yellow all the way down. Yes, there we go. And that resin's going to start popping out of there, right? Except for the resin's actually not going to work. And you're like, okay, what do you mean it's not going to work? I mean, it's not going to work as in these things need to go. All of your conveyors, all the way down, all your lifters here. Never trust these things. It's something I talk about constantly here in the stream because it needs to be talked about. Those you cannot trust. You put those always in last, and now it's working. See? Wasn't working before, but now it's working once we've actually connected our conveyors properly back to these mergers. It kind of figures out the direction on its own, which is super cool. This. And there we go. Now, there's one at the end, by the way. You don't even need the lifter there. Just take that out. Take this out. And just run like that. Much nicer there. Does a little bit of clipping on the end there, but we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. You know, you can only do as much as you can do, right? You can only work within the limitations of the game. Now, that's all working good. Now, we should be pumping out a ton of fuel. We are, and the fuel's starting to backlog. All of our resin is being grinded up in our awesome sink over here. We got 53 tickets right now. We can build a whole bunch of stuff. And the reason why I just run it in here and not try to recycle it back into the system is because if it gets backlogged, it'll turn all of my fuel off, which I don't want it to do. I want it to take all this fuel and I want to run it all the way to the end. Now, another thing we need to do is we need to work on our input lines before we finish up our output lines, because only one of these right now is getting those inputs. So let's go ahead and take all of these out. And so on. Again, we want to run these all from down below. Like this. And maybe we'll do the same thing, right? Maybe we'll say, you know what? We want to have cool glass foundations right here. But again, you can't do it with it there. We have to go in. And let's put that as number 8. There we go. That middle mouse button, hitting F like I'm going to take it out, middle mouse button. There we are. Now we're looking sharp. Now the hard part, making all this work. We'll get up here, and this is why this works really good. So you float up here, and then you can kind of do this, but we've got something in the way here, right? But we can go over here, grab our saving, grab our other set. And then we want to match that up down there, or actually we want to go this way, like that. Now, we have this already set up, right? We can go ahead and try to use this to align all of these by using our wall holes here to align them, right? So this way, when we go to put this in, again, I'm showing you some of my best stuff here, everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying this. This way, when we put this in, we can go ahead and get this bottom part first, right? And then float back up here. Again, this is very much more involved than normally what I build, but you get the idea. There we go. Now, we don't have any other inputs other than that. We don't have to do anything with this one, so we don't necessarily have to worry about that. But that's a great way of doing this and trying to align it to what you got up above. And you can just try to eyeball it. You can take out all the ones up above here and just put your foundations in. I usually take the foundations out because it's just so easy to put all those in later on when you get it all how you want it to be. All right, same thing. We put these foundations in here. Yeah. Miss Clicky Clicky. We got a battle to do too. Boom. Let's keep on them battles. And you get the general idea. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and use our glass walls here to align this all the way down. Make it look cool. You get the idea. Now we're also going to go ahead and take a little bit of our power. We're going to leave our power here even though it's floating right now. And we're going to go ahead. Get the right button. There we go. And we're going to run this way down here. Stay there. And way over there. Like that. And that's going to help us do the whole whoop, whoop, whoop thing, right? Like that. Another thing I would do is I would take all these out again. Because these are just going to be in your way while you're doing this. It gave you a kind of a sense of what you're doing, so you're good there. Oh, I just took that out by mistake. Put that out. Put that back in there. Hit this. And try to get it under there. There we go. Oh, wrong way, actually. This way. Now, this is tough. There we go. Right there. Into there. Now that's so it's closer to the refiner as opposed to being closer to this. So you have a little bit of room to run along the back here as well if you want to. All right, we'll come back to finishing that up here in a second. Let's do our battle first, and we'll get back to it. To battle! All right, here we go, everybody. How are we looking on units this time? Are we looking sexy? We got the peeps, 61 units. All right, that's acceptable. Come on, let's go. Let's try to get this going. Now, again, we're going to do battle mode all day long. I want to see some serious units getting it going on. Now, I need to make sure not to forget the giveaway, everybody. I definitely do want to give away. Playing Satisfactory in a team. Yeah, Master Loda. We have played a little bit as a team. I feel like we're waiting really on servers. When they drop servers, then we're going to make a mega server, and we are going to go to town, brah. We are going to go to it. You know what I mean? We're going to get everybody building their separate little factories that are part of the collective whole as well. And again, I'm just going to align it however I end up over here. And you can, you know, go in here and worry about it being perfect. Me, I just want it to be functional and then also look nice too. You know, as much as you want to spend on making it look awesome. Feel like that one's over just a little bit. There we go. While you guys are watching this battle, I am just kind of filling in the foundations here and aligning all of the glass and everything. Once we're done with this battle, I will show it to you. We're going to try to get this. And really, all we want to do today is just get our fuel in today. And it's producing a bunch of fuel. Then we have crushed it for the day. That's looking good. And then I'm going to run all the lines. Some of these are difficult to get from above. So I got to slide on in here. Click it. Get it. Power line's going to be in my way too, I can tell. That power line is going to block me. Blocky, block, block. When you do this fancier stuff, it takes more time. That's how it goes. All right, there we go. Boss win. Nice job, everybody. Paul, Sarwin, Subi, the last splash, walk away with salute. And Nacho showing how it's done. 26 kills. Boss mode. MVP of that round. Nice job. Oh, double chest again. Oh, look at this double chest action in this event. Hold it. Well, I think right through the center, though. Look at all these extra battles we could get in. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, it's a lot of boom in there, everybody. Let's do a lot of boom, boom. Get you guys tons of loot. Now, again, we got to step it up. We got to get more units down. We got to more fire it up over here to get it done. Again, right here in our little corner there has been working well. Let's get over there, get it done, get as many units as we can in there, get you some loot. All right, so we're attaching these in right here, one by one. Up into here. And I'm going to show you another one of my awesome tricks. Again, showing you how to run stuff through glass here. You got to put the glass down first, and then you go ahead and run your piping, and, you know, just RP that you cut a hole in there and all of that. It'll still work just fine. It'll work just fine. Oops. Okay. Feel free to go ahead and do what I asked you to do by when I clicked it. There we go. And then one more here at the end. And having this this little flying thing, man, really does help a lot. All right, that is some sexy stuff right there. Now, we want to go ahead and tie into this line, right, that's going to the end here. So that's why I ran it to the end and did this little elbow. Now, I can make this even nicer if you want to do, like, perfect 90s. You know how to do it, right? You go in here. You click this, you line it up to that one, you go 1, 2, you rotate it, boom. Now you got a nice 90 at the end. So, you know, whatever you want aesthetically. I like the 90s, so I usually go in and, you know, I'll fix them later on. Now this is the hard part, everybody, getting this darn thing to line up because it doesn't snap. I hope they fix that at some point. Or when I click on this and I go like this, it'll just snap right into that side right there. So I don't have to, like, you know, eyeball it every single time. which is a bummer. I'm going to go ahead and take this out here too, and we'll work on that here in a second. And the smart thing to do is just run this all the way to the end. As far as you can go. Now again, don't get it where it's blocking that. I'd say maybe go back here. Go to the in one. Make sure that is the in one. Yes. Bring it out. Line it up visually wherever I'm going. There we go. And then turn it 1, 2. Oh, was that 2? I don't know. Let's go back. 1, 2. There we go. And that like that. And then same thing here. Eyeball that. Best you can. I have it set to my my command keys down there, down over there. I have it set there, number 1 and number 2. You see me switch back and forth, 1, 2, 1, 2, to try to get this stuff in there. Normally you want to do like all your splitters first and then do it. I feel like on these, I typically do them one at a time so I can try to get them as. Because you're like, that one's not straight. Nope, as straight as possible. That was perfect timing though. As straight as possible. Sometimes it's real awkward because it doesn't, again, it doesn't snap. And so you might be slightly at an angle. Yeah, still slightly at an angle. And that's because I'm floating above it. Try that. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. Again, this is all aesthetic stuff, everybody. Oh, we got someone nuking the stream. Who is that awesome person? Thank you, Johnny Plays. Thanks for coming in, bringing your awesome community into mine. Welcome, everybody. My name's Kismet. They call me the Wasteland Tycoon, or the Gaming Tycoon. I do love some Satisfactory. I've been playing Satisfactory since it started, way back in the day. And it is an 11 out of 10. It needs to buy, everybody. This is a really, really phenomenal game. And we can't wait till servers come out. Actually, I need some plates over here. You can see I'm kind of upscaling my factory here. I'm building a ton of fuel producers. We're bringing in a ton of oil over here. This is from our previous work in progress over there. We're taking out all of this stuff and we're revamping it to a maximum scale for each and every node. We're overclocking those original nodes. Like right here, we're bringing in 1200 oil into this one little spot and working it right over there. But I need to get over here and get myself some more rods, which I keep right in here. There we go. Very nice. How was your stream? Did you have a good one? What were you playing? Oh, Devil May Cry 5. Oh, I heard that one's good. How you been, Johnny? Thanks for coming and hanging out. How are you, my dude? I am doing awesome, man. I've been having lots of fun playing some Satisfactory, Astroneer. We play 7 Days to Die, Valheim. We've been playing, of course, New World. My entire crew came up. We have 86 members in New World. At least we would if they'd let us get the rest of them in. Our particular server is very, very full. But I've been enjoying playing tons of games on here. I need copper sheets, not plates, everybody. Not rods. I need copper sheets. That's what it was I needed. So yeah, I've been pretty good. Now again, if you like this type of content, you like to see me playing Satisfactory and playing other games, if you like that kind of thing, in fact, if you just like games at all, just hit that follow button. Hit that follow button. Feel free to come in and hang out anytime you like. Again, I do play a lot of games. You want to know my schedules right down below the stream. It's on my offline message, my Twitter, my Discord, all of that kind of stuff. And you might be thinking, Kismet, wait a minute, you're like 50 years old, you're partially disabled. How did you become a partner streamer? A lot of hard work, everybody. A lot of hard work behind the scenes. Because you know what? That stuff just doesn't happen overnight, right? For me, it took 2 years. 2 years till I got that partnership, and I greatly appreciate my awesome community and awesome people like Johnny who do come in and raid my channel. And I usually have between 30, 40, 50, sometimes as high as 100 or 200 people in my channel. And I do appreciate that. Sometimes I have been on the homepage before, multiple times, thanks to Twitch for showing my stream so much love. Mine's all about creating little moments of joy, enjoying gaming, talking gaming, just chilling out, having a good part of your day, a good chunk of your day to just chilling out in the stream and having fun, right? That's how we are. So feel free to say hi in the chat or not at all. You can feel free to lurk away all you want. Now, I'm doing a giveaway right now for Stream Raider Skin. I do give away thousands of dollars worth of free stuff here in the stream. I give away New World, bunch of copies of those, $25 Amazon gift cards. Some of those actually give away $50 Amazon gift cards as well. Thanks to my awesome sponsors like Bethesda, Bethesda Gear, and other peeps like that who do donate codes, and like Stream Raiders who donate skins for me to give to you guys. Because that's what I do. This is my job, everybody. This is what I do for a living, is to create moments of joy. How about that for an awesome job title, right? I get that all the time. Kismet, what do you do? I create moments of joy. That's it. Just a little entertainment in your day. So feel free to come in and hang out. Can I join? Yeah, Master Yoda, you can. You can find the information on the Discord. You're welcome to come in and join me in this playthrough. We're doing a multiplayer playthrough here. If you have any trouble on getting in there and any of that stuff, you let me know. Make sure you go in and read the rules about our server. Of course, number one rule, be respectful. Don't do the exact same thing that I'm doing. So if I'm here making a giant oil power plant, I suggest to say, hey, Kismet, how can I help? And I'll be like, hey, you know what we could use? We could use our revamping of our steel factories, right? Overclock them to maximum, tie into our main power, and get them steel factories going. And you're like, well, Kevin, what about the wire? What about this, whatever that wire is called? This wire plant over here for quick wire. You want me to revamp that wire power? Yeah, go in there. Overclock that sucker to maximum. Build a gigantic factory making the most quick wire you possibly can. Those are the best ways to work together, and that is called being a great communicator. If you're a great communicator, we're going to work well together. If you're not a great communicator, you want to just go off and do your own thing, your own way, and not work together with the team, then we are not the server for you. We are not the group or the server for you if you want to go off and do your own thing. We work together toward a common goal, and that goal right now is to massively upgrade our camp. As well. And if you're unsure, best thing to do is to ask, hey, Kismet, what about if I do this or do that or want to make this thing or that thing? Maybe you want to revamp the trains. Maybe you want to, when update 4 or update 5 comes through, we're on update 4 now. When update 5 comes through, maybe you want to create a whole train switching system and a whole bunch of stuff like that. They're even going to update all the scheduling system for your trains as well, and where it can pick up certain stuff and not pick up other stuff, and you can program it to do however you want. Look at that, everybody. Isn't that nice and clean? Look at how clean and beautiful that is. We got all of them fired up, ready to go. Those things are pumping out the fuel now. There they go. Pump out that fuel, baby. And then we're going to go ahead again, just kind of block this off with a nice little glass out part. Again, I very rarely embellish this early game. The later game, I like to come in and give a little bit of an embellishment in there. This one I actually am going to just cover up like that nicely. There we go. And that now is our fuel part of our factory. Oh, I like that. And look at how the train's coming straight through there. I could actually bring that train from there straight through and bring it right over there, which would actually be a really good thing. And then we could make the tracks go in different directions and merge and all of that. All right, I'm getting too focused. All right, let's do a battle. Let's do a battle for my battle crew. To battle! So much we can do, everybody. So much. Now, again, put down as many units as you can. We're going to get this fired up here in a minute. Oh, wait, we got 19 minutes. All right, okay, I'm jumping the gun on that one. We'll come back. Oh, yeah, this is super clean, but watch over here. Now, I do this to trigger my chat. When people come in for the first time, they're like, oh, my God, Kismet, what are you doing in here? I love doing that. I love to just, oh my God, it's just running everywhere. It's not clean. It's not run nicely. This is what I do early game. And it's usually for new peeps who come in and don't know that I've played it for years and know how to run it all properly and all of that. But I love to just run spaghetti everywhere in the beginning and just trigger everybody. And then I come back, and I actually took out a whole bunch of it today. And I just come back and I then revamp it, and I show you how to first just get it done, right? And then I come back and show you how to get it done, but in an elegant way, and make it look beautiful on top of actually being functional. And then also scale it up by 10 times. That's what we're doing right now. We're massively scaling up all of our stuff. You can see way off in the distance, we scaled up our plates. We scaled up our copper here down below. In the lower levels, we scaled up our rods and all of that stuff, our modular frames. We can just pop down in here and you can see, look at this, everybody. Look how clean and nice that is now. All scaled up, all maxed out. with all that. Even that's so maxed out that the boxes are full. I can tell because some of those are not even functioning right now because the boxes are full over here. And we'll get all those jamming here in a minute. We're going to take all of this out and redo all of that. But what we're doing first is we're revamping our power. Now, if you think this is impressive, what would you think if I had 160 coal plants running at the same time? Don't believe me? Let's go take a little quick look. For those who missed it, I worked on that a few weeks ago. Let's just go take a quick little peek at our massive coal plants here. And this was a lot of fun. It definitely was a lot of work. I got to put a lot of time and effort into it. But we're going to go ahead and run out here. Now, one of the problems with the forest area, and they said they're going to revamp this, so I might have to start a new playthrough when they come through in Update 5. And you guys can come join me for that playthrough, right? We'll start together. We'll have fun. Is the fact that this is the only water, this little tiny pond right here is the only water in the starter zone in the forest. Right? It's something I pointed out to him. I'm like, hey, you added fluids, but you added fluids way after the forest zone, and there is literally no fluids nearby the starter zone. So you would have to run it to this little pond, or eventually you'd have to run it way over here from the waterfall and all the water way over here, which is what we're doing, utilizing that way over there. All right, so we're also, there's a huge area back here in the back, and actually Reaper came in, and he worked on that, did an amazing job on the coal. And then I came back, and I have now scaled it up to 10 times the size that it was before. It was about 40 coal plants, and now it is 160. And if you've never seen 160 coal plants together, you're about to see it right now. And I want to see you hit that follow button when you see that as well, because that was a lot of work. That was a lot of work of me putting that in there. We did it we did it 1 week, and then we did a little bit more the next week, and so on. Don't burn yourself out, everybody. Don't do that for like 20 hours straight. Just do a little bit at a time, and over time it builds up, like you saw we're doing with our fuel back there. But let's go ahead and take a look. And I love this whole I'm running through the middle of the forest thing. Here we go, everybody. Here we go, coming up on it. There it is, 160 coal plants all running at the same time. And then down here you can see all of our water. We are literally grabbing as much possible water as we can from this lower area. And I'll give you a little bird's eye view of it all. Look at all that water being drained, everybody. I'm surprised that lake is just not going down like this. It actually doesn't make the water go down, or it doesn't ever run out of raw resources in this game, which I actually really like. And then here's our 160, look at that, coal power plants producing over 12,000 power right now. Also, we got a nice battery backup over here. And you can see they're all running wonderfully. You can see those green lines all the way down, green lines. We got the smoke all the way down. Save. Green lines all the way down, and green lines all the way down. There we go, 160 power plants. Doing its thing with 12,000 coal power, which actually is only 10,000 coal power because it takes about 2,000 power to keep our nodes going. You can see under here we've got our Mark IIIs, and these are all overclocked, meaning that they are producing 600 ore each. That's right, that's a lot of ore, everybody. That's a lot of coal power going on. Overclocking your raw nodes is a great thing to do at this stage of the game. When you're in the later stage of it, you just start overclocking those things. Instead of going and getting more nodes and more nodes and more nodes, you just use the node you got, you overclock it, costs you a little extra power, but man, are you going to get a lot of power. Instead of just getting, 3,000 power, we're now getting 10,000 power, not counting the 2,000, which is what's used to make the powers run, right? But what costs when you're extracting the ore, costs of running the water extractors. But that's called your overhead, right? So if you're making 12,000 power, you have a 2,000 overhead, you have 10,000 power left over. Simple math, right? Simple math. There you go. This is insanity. All right. It's definitely cool looking. It's fun watching you do that last week. Yeah, Olaf, wasn't that fun? Now imagine if we were all doing it together, right? If there was 8 of us in here, because I think that's the maximum we can have right now. Now, of course, when they bring a Nitrado server, I'm hoping we can do like 32, 64. That would be really epic in here with a whole bunch of people, kind of like we do with Valheim, right? We'll have 8, 10, 12 people all in there building at the same time, doing stuff and working together. So Kismet, I'm going to work on the, I'm going to work on this, and Kismet, I'm going to work on that. And if we're working on different stuff and not stepping on each other's toes, then that's great communication. If I'm working on plates you don't want to be working on plates 2, right? Because that's redundant and it does the same thing. And if I did the same thing to someone else, if someone came in and said, hey, I'm going to work on a quick wire, and I said, well, I'm going to work on a quick wire too. It's like you're taking their stick away, everybody. You're taking away their jam of what they're working on, right? And so I don't do that. If you want to work on a quick wire, you go right ahead. If you want to work on, doing some steel, you go right ahead and do it. But if no one else is doing it, then I'll come along and I will do it eventually and get it going off. Okay, so we're looking sharp over here, everybody. I think we're looking sexy on our build here. We put one of our things back in. Sometimes I automatically put stuff back in. I can't help it. There we go, right there. We have that out of there, one, so we can go down below, but also to remind me where my road is, right? There's going to be a main road right there. We're going to paint in eventually. And here we go, everybody. So all the oil going up into there nicely. Look at that with some nice flow. And then down here, guess what we're going to do? You know we're going to merge all this together. You're going to merge all this together right down the line. And then we opened up a little spot here at the end for us to put a nice little fuel container. Right there, I see it. And we'll go ahead and move this on. Look, we even put supports in this playthrough. In this playthrough, I started by saying, okay, I'm not going to build anything without supports. And holy mackerel, does that add a lot of time to your build, everybody. Putting your supports in every so often and whatnot is incredibly time consuming. But you can always come back later. I'm not a big fan of putting supports in first. I come in and do it later because you never really know how it's going to work out. Like right now, my supports are coming up through my run level, and I want to not have them do that. And I'm also got some problems here with some computers in my way. You can see that's running through here. We're going to have to get that out. We'll have to raise those up so those are running in that upper level like this. We'll revamp all of that later, but right now, working on our power. So let's focus that first. All right, same thing that we did up above, everybody. We're going to go ahead and grab this. We're going to bring this out. I feel like we're going to go ahead and see. We can try to sneak that in maybe on this line. Turn it. 1, 2, 2. There we go. And then see if we can sneak it on this line. I would just do a small little section. And then, oh yeah, we could get that in there. Yeah, we can get that going on. I'm going to just try to line it up. It's so awkward to line this up. So awkward. Why don't they make it snap? I don't know. Please make that snap. You're driving us builders crazy. Boom. It's still not straight. Close enough. All right, now that's going down into that pipe. You're going to see it start to fill in all of this. We can go ahead and take this out now. We'll just take this small segment out. And then we'll really run it. Now we'll get serious, right? We're getting serious. Running this as far as we can. Do not let that get in front of that. If that gets in front of that, it'll block your ability to merge it. Let's say right there. And then... And then... I'll say something like that. Let's bring this out. 1, 2. And then let's fine-tune this side. Boom. Very nice. This is going to keep going, though. This is going to keep going. Hold on. Let's reevaluate that. Let's try this. Like this. And this is going to end up over here. So let's say something like that. And then let's build this out. And we're actually going to have our tank down below here. I think I'm just going to probably go with one fluid canister down here. Try to center that out. Just to make it look cool. Again, we're making it look cool as well as building this stuff at the same time. That's our goal in this particular playthrough. Come on, there we go. Trying to get in that corner. There we go. Push that out this way. Fill in the rest of these. Why do we got the big ones there? We want the smaller ones. We want the smaller. When I'm doing an underrun here, I use the smaller ones. When I doing the other ones up above, because I feel like they wouldn't really hold that wouldn't really hold the stuff. That's why I would do that as well, just to make it look like it actually is legit. All right, we're just gonna eyeball these. I hope it works out. All right, one of the things that makes it a little tougher is the fact that I'm flying, and that flying has a little bit of a giveaway, a little bit of a leeway. It just makes it easy, harder for me to line it up. But it is nice to be able to fly around. I don't use cheats or glitches or any of that stuff. Or mods. Not that I have anything against mods or anything like that. Big love to the modding community for their awesome work on so much cool stuff. But I try to keep it as vanilla as possible so that anything that I'm doing, you guys can do as well. You don't have to add no mods. You don't have to add any of that stuff. You can go ahead and replicate anything that I'm doing. I don't even use alternate recipes. Yep, I don't use them because you might not have them. I'm just that type of guy. Now we talking. You hear all that stuff being pumped in there? All right, now we talking. I can hear it all flooming down in there. Oh yeah, that's a lot of fuel. Again, we ran it through glass to make it look cool. Glass is always something, you know, great accent thing that you can add to make it look cool. Now again, I'm just kind of looking to make sure I didn't screw anything up. That's looking good. You can see it running that fuel. Running. Oh, not running here. What's going on here with this pipe here? Doesn't have a thing. See, I didn't have a thing. When you don't see a thing there, you know something's funky chicken there. And then you might want to rework it a little bit. Like this part right here, the way the thing hits is a little awkward. So we'll go ahead and do that. Again, I like to see that it's actually pumping down the line in each and every segment. Alright, like this. That. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and try to make this a little nicer. Let's go ahead and run this out here. Yeah, do something kind of fun like this. Not quite. Didn't move it far enough. Didn't move it over enough. Right this way. Turn it. 1, 2 into position. There we go. That's looking nicer. And then all we got to do is this. Oh, nope. Don't like that either. Hold on. Bring that out. Rotate that. 1, 2. Nice little 90 there. And oh, that's looking beautiful. All right. Right up into here. Boom. Look at that fuel filling up. Now we got a buffer for the fuel so it can backlog a bit of that buffer. And then we're going to bring that up, and we are going to make an obscene amount of power plants up here, everybody. An obscene amount. Now, we got a little bit of time here before this battle finishes up, about 5 minutes. Let's see how many power plants we can get in along this edge before we run out of time. Let's go. Let's get this up here first. This might be a little close. Yeah, we might want to go ahead and put a wall there. Let's see. Another nice glass wall. My fun little, well, that's a gate wall. That's not what I'm looking for. Glass wall. There we go. Single window. I like using these glass walls for some reason. I don't know. I just kind of one of those things I kind of started doing and I really liked. I like doing the kind of something like that. And then let's just kind of bring that out just a little bit. Ah, it's clipping. See? I don't like. No. But I do what I got to do, right? And again, this is already really close there. I will probably let that slide for this time. I'll let it slide, and we'll see how I like it later on. Now, I do need some power, because I can tell that I am not being connected to any power here. So let's go underneath here. Get up here. And let's run our power underneath here. Now, one of the things I really like about this game is you can aim on the edge here, like this, and really walk this sucker. Again, look how much room we have, right? I can walk this on as far as I want. As far as I want, all the way to the other end of the map if I want. Just right up here in the sky. Avoid of any mobs that do. And usually I do that a lot. I'll just walk it wherever I want it to go. Right now, I want to walk some power over here. And I feel like I want to look at how my power is going to connect to the lower edge here. We've got our thing coming out here. And maybe we'll do this kind of same thing that we were doing over here, right? Where we have our power lines going straight down. Let's go ahead and do this. Now, again, we need to watch out for our road, which I think is running exactly, yeah, exactly running along there. So our road's going to be here. And so we need to think about how we're going to run our lines. Let's take this one out as a reminder. And then we're going to go ahead and try to put our fuel generator down. There we go. And where is our power connector? It's going to be in the back. Like this. Say something like that. Alright, so we're not cutting into the road here too much. And our power connector is going to be on the back. That definitely needs to go forward just a little bit. And you know what? Actually, let's put it a good amount forward. Got a train track coming along there. We're going to be running up against that train track too. Fuel generator. Let's see if we can get away with really pushing this forward. And let's say something like this. We'll take this one out. And we'll go ahead and just connect that down there. Oh, I like that a lot. I like it. It's just perfect. It just goes underneath that bar. It doesn't even clip. Look, doesn't even clip, everybody. Right, perfect. Into there. GG. That's good stuff. All right, we're going to go with that. Now, you can also fill this back in again, but I'm going to leave it there because we're going to have to run our underrun power here. We'll put that down so when we jump down, we don't end up falling. And then bring our foundations forward. You need a lot of concrete to do this kind of stuff, everybody. Never have your concrete stop, ever. It should never stop. If all your power goes out, your concrete should still be running. Now, we did run a bunch of power underneath here already. You can see I've got a power line right there that I was running down the road here. And I'm going to go ahead and bring it forward here right to there. And then we'll again bring it forward again. Right down to here. And look at how that just lines up beautifully. Right there. And there we go. And we'll never see that power line because it'll be underneath here. And the same thing with this. We'll just have it connected there. And if you want to do like they do in your house, it's called conduits. They run power in conduits, and you would never know that power is even there. It just comes right out of the ground and then ties right back into our whole power system. Now that we got that going, though, let's take that back out, and let's see how we're going to do our piping here in the front. I definitely feel like this needs to move over or even go on the outer side here. Let's try something more along... Oh, it's going to let me. Oh, really? Oh, okay. A little too close on this side. Okay. So we might need to move that over just a little bit. Now, anything that's in here, by the way, which is 2,400 of this already, would be lost. So watch out for that. Watch out for that if you really need it. But me, I'm fine. I've got all that coal power. I'm looking good. Now, just so you know, I've got to make 33 of these. 33 of these power plants are going to go way off into the distance. Just keep going and going and going. This is 2, everybody. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and first figure out our pole lines here by pulling this one out and getting a general sense of it. I'm kind of feeling like that center pole would probably go very nicely right down here. So we're going to go ahead and move this. We're going to turn this 1, 2 like that. And then we'll go ahead and do something like this. And bring this back up into there. Yeah, that's not bad. There's kind of a lot of space in between there, though, that we could probably use if we wanted to drive our vehicle by and things like that. Let's try something a little bit closer. Let's try something like this. And we're going to get to that battle here in just a second. Let's try something maybe like this. Then we can go ahead and run that. Now, the whole point of what I'm doing is to test... First, doing it straight. That was not straight. That was very not straight. All right, let's try that again. There we go. Is so that I can run one single line that's going to do 33 of these in a row, in theory. And then I'm going to go ahead and also line these up very easily. Well, not easily, but very nicely. Like that. And then there we go. Now all we have to do is rinse and repeat 33 times. And then we'll have 33 times the power. Now, you got to remember, this is 150 megawatts, right? Hey, Siri, what's 150 times 33?
150 times 33 is 4,950.
4,950. So literally 5,000 power is going to be produced from this oil. And this is only 1/2 of the power that I'm currently doing. Now, the problem with oil power plants is the fact that oil power plants do not scale up as much as other extraction like coal do. Because coal will go from 30 to 60, and if you put a whole bunch of overclocking with a Mark III, you'll have 600, right? So it's like 100 times the amount, where this does not. It only scales up by 2.5 times, so if you're extracting at 120, you may get up to 600 on that, but it's not like you can do it on every single node. I only have like a couple nodes, so there you go. At least any of the nodes that are close. I have other nodes that are really far away that I can grab, and we'll work on those as well. Reaper actually went out and found some more, and he actually brought some along this side over here. So we got even more oil power that we can do. But let's get, first things first. Let's get this going. So I feel like this is okay here. And I feel like, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and pull this out. We'll line this up. We'll make it look, give a little S feel to it. Run that in there. In fact, actually, we don't even need this middle support anymore. Let's do this. Oh, it's starting up already. I love it when my plant starts up, everybody. Boom, like that. Now, again, we got a nice gap there going here. Now, this actually would be taken out. And this now taken out. Because now we got this aligned. We know what we want to do with all of this. Like that. And then we're going to keep running them. But let's go ahead and do a battle first. And then maybe we'll try to sneak in a little extra time to get these fuel plants in. To battle! Now, how many units we're looking at? What? 50 units. We're going down, everybody. Come on now. You want me to keep doing these battles? You got to put them units down. We need as many units as you possibly can. You can put down one every 5 minutes. We need 6 units from everybody if we're going to get that win going on. Now, Sarah Wynn says, Kismet, you're talking too much, bro. You need to take a minute, get a little hydration going on. Let me crack open a new one. Get a little hydration. That's good stuff. Thanks for reminding me. Keep my hydration high so I don't just go and fall out the stream. You know what I mean? There we go. Yeah, pretty awesome. Pretty cool. We're just getting started. What's up, Django? What's up? No problem. Hey, I appreciate you having my back. All right. Now, while you guys are watching that, I'm going to go ahead and keep extending my foundations here. We're going to need to put a lot of foundations in for this one. This is going to be a big boy. Oh, man, this battle's taking a while. Still good, though. Still good. Keep it going. You got this. Oh, I think we might run into a problem. Yeah, that might run right into that. We'll see how it goes. All right, open the captain's chest. Grant you guys some rewards. Bam. Sarah Wynn, Jason. Oh, I just thought of something. Oh, but it's going to block my road. I want to block my road. I don't want to block my road, but I could do what's known as facing, where you run the pipe down the center, and then you run it to 2 at the same time. So you run one this way and one that way. It'd be more space efficient, but it would improve upon my road. So I think I'm just going to do it all one long line this time. But I did have an idea. There we go. Sarah Wynn, JC Hunter getting it. Oh, I missed who was MVP. That was my bad, but that's okay. Here, I'll give you 1,000 Kiss Cats for me screwing up. There we go. All right, where are we going? We're trying to go, through the middle. So we get a bunch of battles. We're going to try to go get green and then try to hit blue. Let's go. Let's do it. Now, come on, everybody. I want to see some units putting down here. Otherwise, I'm just going to say, okay, well, nobody wants to play. We'll just not play then. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. All right, let's go ahead. Let's do center again. I'm feeling center, and I'm feeling barbarian again, too. Let me go ahead and get some of these alternate ones in here so I can get my scrolls going on. Right there, center barbarian action. All right, so what I'm doing here, everybody, is I'm just filling in a bunch of foundations. You can see I'm way away from my base over there. And I see a little bit of a problem with this mountaintop right here. Seems to be in my way. And I might have a little pipe problem there. And you got that thing right there, which doesn't really do anything right now. And, you know, I can't help it. You can't actually take that stuff out, or I would blow that up with a bunch of dynamite and move it out of my way, but no mas. All right, let's do it. And there's one, there's two. 32 more to go, everybody. And we scaling this up. Let's double check our math first before we get too far into making 32 of those. Let's double check our math. It's going to be 600 in. So 600 in, that's 10 of these. The output is 40, and it's using 12. Let's just double check this. Actually using 12. It is using 12. So 40 times 10. Hey, Siri, what's 40 times 10?
40 times 10 is 400.
Okay, so 40 times 10 is 400. And then that's going to be divided by how much it uses, which is 12. Hey, Siri, what's 400 divided by 12?
400 divided by 12 is about 33.3333.
33.3333, or basically 33. 400 divided by 12 equals 33. Let's just say 33 roughly, and then we'll have a little bit of fuel left over as kind of a good fail-safe in there. So yes, definitely 33 of these plants in a row. So yeah, let's go number 2, or number 3. That's 3. And now we just need 30 more. All right, let's go, baby. Let's really scale this up. Out of motors. You're always out of something, everybody. Always out of something along the way. Let's go get some motors. Now, some of this stuff has been offline for a while. I haven't been making motors, haven't been using my nuclear power, haven't been making a whole bunch of other resources. So speaking of resources, there's some resources. Ah, God, we gotta take all that oil out later. Bunch of resources that I made a long time ago that are currently not online. And what is it we needed? I have already forgotten by the time I got over here. Motors is what it was. Motors. All right, right here. Oh, out of motors. Oh, man. Where did I leave all those motors? There's a question. There's a questione. What are you making here? We're making electronic rod control. Over here, we're making stators. Over here, we're making AI limiters. And this one's high-speed connector and supercomputers. This one is bringing that over to the other area for it to be used. And this one down here, what's this doing? Temp bypass. That's a temp bypass. There we go. So yeah, I have no idea what I did with all those motors. I know I was using them for something. And I'm sure I've got a bunch of them laying around somewhere. Like there's a box right there. Look at that box. Go see what's in this box right here. Oh, whoa, a whole bunch of aluminum sheets in there. Take that box out. Over there's a bunch of boxes over there as well. We got here a bunch of gunpowder. All right. happens when you leave your stuff laying around. That one at the bottom doesn't even have anything in it. This all needs to be resorted in. Oh boy, look at all those resources just laying around. Now again, look, we got even more stuff to scale up here. Steel and all that stuff to scale up. We'll come back to that. I think I might have left it out by where my oil is. Let's go check these ones over here that I put over here for this construction. Now, what I usually do is I put boxes by where I'm doing large construction, and then I'll usually come back and grab it later if I remember. If I don't remember, it ends up in a box just sitting by itself. Oh, there's those motors right there. I knew I had them somewhere. We'll put these aluminum plates away somewhere. Boom. There we go. And get these motors out of here. All right, there we go. Now, if I need to make more motors, I can go in and have it make me some more motors. But we also want to get this going. I also just got the word that the food is ready. My dinner is ready right now. So we might have to just do a few more of these and then just call it there. We'll come back. So again, what I'm going to do is get all the power run first. Here on the back side. Again, you can hide the power in your foundations, which is what we're going to do on this one. We're just going to tie that all in like that, and then just literally hide it all under the foundations as we go. Only we'll know it's there. And that one we'll leave open because we'll do more. And then those now should be getting power. And then now all we need to do is run a nice straight line for as long as we need to. Right along here. Oh, a little bit too far there. Let's say stop there. Ran out of power. As we bring that power forward, make this easier and easier. We'll go until it turns red, or until we fall off the side. One of the. Oh, okay, we already did it. We already passed it up back here. Let's say right there. And we can always come back, fine tune this later. For sure. But let's get some of this going. This will be about 5,000 more power. It's going to be very nice. Now again, remember this is only one half of what we're going to be doing. The other half is going to be doing plastic and rubber and all of that. Really going to get it going on. There we go. Doing its thing. Alright. Times 33. Now I could also just, I could zigzag this a little bit to avoid, right? Because that pipe is going to run into that. And depending on whether it runs into it at the moment in which I need to split it or not, we'll take a look at that as we're running them. But this is going to look pretty phenomenal, everybody, when you just look down the road and there's just 30 of them in a row. That's going to look pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and leave that right there. We're going to go ahead and save that. We're going to go into battle mode here so I can go have some dinner with the family. And then I'll be back tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, oil power for the win. There we go. Save it. We'll come back to this next week, and we'll continue on with our awesome mega build that we're doing. So let's go to my office, give you guys some love. Let's go and do a giveaway. Better than 666. Yeah, I know. She does that all the time, doesn't she? I swear she's possessed sometimes. I swear she's possessed. Now, again, what's going to happen, everybody, is I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some love real quick. Then we're going to go into what's known battle mode. You won't see or hear me, but I will keep the battles going all day long for you guys to get maximum loot. Let's do it. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 cash for you guys being awesome and getting on that Kismet love train today. Appreciate each and every one of you. Now make sure to go ahead and also check out the schedule and support the stream. Now you can send to support the stream for free. Allow me to do more giveaways like I'm about to do right here by going to YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Go to the Twitter. Hit that follow button. It does make a huge difference. As well as check out the Discord. Go introduce yourself over there. Say hi. You can also join us in some New World, some Satisfactory. All the server information is up there. You're welcome to come join us. As well as Kismet.gg, which is my main website. You can see all my studio equipment. You're like, Kismet, what kind of monitor you got? What kind of computer you got? What kind of software do you use and cables that you use? I even got my cables up there because I do get questions. Hey, Kismet, what kind of internet Ethernet cable are you using? What kind of question or what kind of USB cables are you using? And I put them all in there, including links. So if you click on those links, bam, it'll take you right to where you can grab them up. All right. Now, you can't go above and beyond using that Patreon, patreon.com/Kismet. Know that is a huge way of supporting the stream. It's 95% of that goes right back in the stream. PayPal takes 5% in fees, but it goes right back into giveaways and other fun stuff like that. Now, speaking of giveaways, great transition, we are going to go ahead and do our giveaway before I forget because Kismet is terrible at remembering stuff. I'm the worst. So let's go ahead and give this away to somebody. Let's see. Must be present to win in the stream. Let's go. Close the giveaway there, and let's see who's going to get it. And 3, 2, 1, boom! You're the winner. That's right. Let's see who got it. It has gone to Tardis. Tardis is going to get it in the chat. Now, he's got 2 minutes to say something, or I'm going to re-roll it and give it to somebody else. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. I don't want to re-roll. I want to give it to Tardis. Tardis been hanging out all day. He was backing me up in Fallout 76. Actually, I wonder if he's still in there. Maybe I just jump in there and tell him. Oh, he's not in there right now. All right, Tardis, come on, say something in the chat. Want to give you some loot, bro. Now, again, let's see some GGs in the chat. The more GGs I see in the chat, the more love I'm going to give you guys toward the next giveaway that you might win, because I got more of those giveaway, by the way. I got tons of more stuff to give away to you guys. So, be hanging out here. And I didn't even bother to advertise it as well. This is for you guys. This is for you guys who hang out in my stream no matter what I'm playing. A little more hydration. Oh no, Tardis not in the chat. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, time's running out. Tardis! It's you, bro! You're the winner! You are the winner! You had a 99% chance of winning, too. Where are you at, Tardis? I think you might have went AFK. Maybe went for dinner as well. Come on, Tardis. I believe in you, bro. 50 seconds. All right, maybe I could be extending my factory a little bit here. I'll put some more down. I'll put some more down while we're waiting for him. How about that? I feel like that's a good plan. What's the factory I have to build later? Oh, too steep. I got to put these back in the back here. There we go. Come on, Tardis! I give everybody their maximum time. 30 seconds. I'm going to reroll. I think actually only on one other person. I think you're just going to win by default. And which is funny because Tardis put in 10,000 tickets and Brett put in, I think it's Brett put in 1 ticket. Paul put in 1 ticket. Paul put in 1 ticket. Oh, wow. I only had 2 people go in for that. Really? Free stuff? You guys didn't go in on it? What's up? What's up with that? And so Tardis put in 10,000 and Paul put in 1. And because Paul hopefully is here in the chat, I hope you're here, Paul. Say something in the chat, Paul. Say something in the chat, bro. I see only 2 people. I still have the randomizer pick it though. But are you in the chat, Paul? Let me know. Because you may about to win this. Or if no one claims it, I'm just gonna go ahead and save it and give it to somebody else next time. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and draw it again. Bam. Well, I know there's only one other person, Paul. Let's see if he's in the chat. Paul, say something in the chat, bro. Come on. We're all lurking. I know you guys are lurk masters. I don't mind if you lurk in my channel. I appreciate it big time. I appreciate that lurker love. All right, Paul, going to you. If not, I don't know, man. I would have totally went down for free skins, bro. Free skins. Get the donut skin. In-stream raiders. Oh, maybe I'll hold on to it. I'll hold on to it. Give it out on another day. Oh. Hope there wasn't something messed up with my giveaway thing. Come on, Paul. Say something in the chat. It's you, bro. Paul 19839190. It's you, bro. Say something in the chat. Now, sometimes this happens to me, everybody. Sometimes People, they be part of the giveaway, and then they go AFK, and they're, they're making themselves a sandwich real quick, and then all of a sudden they don't realize that they won. And then they're like, oh, man, I missed out on my sweet, sweet loot. Yeah. It happens. It happens sometimes. Try to get that lined up. I'm adding more stuff in. Adding more stuff into my power plant here while I'm waiting. All right, 52 seconds. Paul, you are the winner. You got to say something in the chat, or I'm just going to save it and give someone away next time. Give it away to somebody tomorrow. Missing out. Missing out. Odds are 0.01. I know, he literally put one ticket in. He won with one ticket. I tell you, sometimes you win with one ticket, everybody. People go AFK. You just have one ticket. Makes it happen. 20 seconds. Hurry up, bro. Paul, it's you, bro. You are the winner. If you are the friend, the spouse, the dog of Paul, give him a little message. Say, yo, bro, you won, man. You won. You're the winner. And I get a lot of people in my chat say, Kismet, I never win anything. Guess what? You just won something now. You won some loot now, didn't you? 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's in the chat because you can add at him. Nope, that's it. Time's up. Time's up. Now, here's what I'm going to do. Now, when I see that I did a giveaway and nobody claimed it, and they didn't, and they won it, but they weren't here, I will be kind enough to actually, if no one wins it, right, if no one claims it out of all the people that be part of the giveaway, I will actually refund their caps back. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and refund that giveaway back to everybody, if it lets me. Oh, maybe I can't refund it once I've got to this far. I don't know. Let's see. Results. Refund giveaway. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, boom. There we go. Now, let me go ahead and give you guys a little bit more love. All giveaway tickets have to be refunded. There we go. I had to press it a bunch of times. I mean, I'm spamming my own chat. Now, here's a bunch of Kiss Cats for you guys with the GGs. There's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 caps. So maybe next time you're going to win the giveaway as well. So I'm going to save it and give it out tomorrow. All right. Here's what we'll do, everybody. Again, we're going to go into battle mode. Make sure I've got my battle mode ready. Where is my battle mode? Oh, I've been moving all this stuff around. Right here. Okay. So here's what's going to happen, everybody. I am going to disappear until 10 p.m. tonight. That's in 5 hours from now, which I'm going to be doing some questing and stuff like that in New World. Kind of a bit more solo stuff. I do like to have like a solo kind of day, but obviously I'll be helping my members. But less of a team event day and more of a, I'm going to go to Cutlass Keys and work on my questing and doing a lot of rep runs so that I can get my rep up, so I can get all 3 of my bags for my character. Stuff like that. On Wednesdays here. I did love doing the PvP thing yesterday, and tomorrow we're going to be doing our elite run, as well as on Saturday we're going to be doing corrupted portals and also doing a bit of fun with crafting, where we go out and we just collect a ton of loot and we bombard members with that crafting loot as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to first work on wood, and then we'll do a bit of stone, and then we'll do a bit of collecting and a bit of iron and a bit of whatever, and it will all go toward our primary crafters who are helping out the guild, or who might need some help. Now, if you need help in the guild, don't keep it quiet. Don't keep it to yourself. Just say, hey, Kismet, I would like to get some of that stuff, and we will bombard you to the point in which your inventory will get maxed out, all right? So, yeah, let's do that. Now, I got to save what I'm doing here before I forget. Again, oil power for the win. Let's just save over that. I was adding a few more there, what I had left. We definitely going to have to make more motors, because that's nowhere close to 30. Nowhere close. All right, so we're going to go into stream mode. It's about 10 more minutes till we have a battle, everybody. Going into battle mode. I will see you all later. Again, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for all being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Kismet here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right in the center of the screen. Also, check me out live on twitch.tv/Kismet. I'll see you all next time.